Well, hello and welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shailey, and together we have got a night of Polty, which is often one of our best-selling evenings, and we've got some absolute favourites.
We certainly have. We've got floor care for your vacuums and your steam cleaners, but we're going to start straight away by taking a look at the iron that we've got for you. And here to tell us all about it is our good friend and fellow presenter, Mr. Alan Ennis.
Good morning, good morning. Are you fed up with getting a little bit of steam and then having to press the button to get a fair bit of steam out of your regular iron? Well, do you want something like this instead? We've got continuous steam, you've got lots of it, and you've got a cooler sole plate to make your ironing all the easier. And I mean all the easier, because the amount of steam that's coming out and you've got that cooler sole plate just makes ironing twice as quick and twice as easy. Have a look at the difference in that. I will show you a lot more as we go through the show.
Price-wise, incredible value for money, and it is allowing you, with that cooler sole plate, to actually look after your clothes. How many clothes have you ruined and spoilt because you've melted your favourite top, or you've got the V on the front of the jumper now on the back of the jumper? Honestly, this allows you to protect your clothes but iron them so easily.
That instant amount of steam that you get there, it's a really quick heat up time. It's not a heavy iron because all the water's in the base. It's constant fill, powerful steam boost, and it should be £139. It's down to £79 for a steam generator.
That's crazy.
Brilliant. It's even got an eco mode on
That
there.
must be our lowest price steam generator that we have here on Shop on TV. If you look elsewhere, honestly, it's 6.5 bars of pressure. I love the fact it locks, so it's so easy to put away into a cupboard. But honestly, if you've never used a steam generator, it has been proven that it can halve your ironing time. It knocks those creases out. That I know will be very busy. 318498 is your item number. But a favourite of all of ours. How are you, my lovely?
Yeah, really good, thank you, hon, really good.
This is, to me, one of the absolute #1 vacuums.
Well, listen, this is a great vacuum cleaner, and the bundle that comes with this is incredible.
It's amazing.
You know, last night I said, I hope this is under 160 quid, and I genuinely didn't know the price. To see that is amazing, and it is super powerful. Let me tell you a few little things about it, but I'm just going to show you the power of this first. You'll see those LED lights. As I go along the carpet, as I stop here and come back, you can see how clean that line is just there, and that's salt. If I come back and do this right here, with this, with the breakfast cereal or the porridge oats, you can see the lovely clean line it leaves behind. It will tackle hair, it will tackle hard floors, it will tackle carpets, it will do up, high, down, low, because as we know, we can turn this into a handheld, and we have lots of accessories with this to show you throughout the show, and a choice of colours.
Two choice of colours, different item numbers on the colours, but don't forget you have got the accessory kit. If you're looking elsewhere, we have got £59 worth of accessory kit included in this deal. The pickup is amazing. It's great with the big bits. It's great with the little bits. It's great on thick pile carpet. It's great on hard floors. I would say it's one of the most versatile and one of the best pickup vacuums we have.
Up to 50 minutes runtime is the key for me. It means you can get all around the house, up high, down low. It's lightweight. It's a vacuum that offers you so many accessories. Even as standard, you get the crevice tool and the dusting brush. But as our bonus price and our bonus bundle, you're going to get a second HEPA filter, a mini motorised brush, and the angled brush. The combined usual price of £308 comes down to £149. If you want it in green, 466014. It's also available in blue, and you can see the details at the bottom there, 152220.
Oh, you've got good eyes if you can read that. I was like that, my word, I'd never get that one. Well done, love. And then we've also got for you the absolute best way to clean your home. 99.9% of germs, bacteria, viruses off your floors, but actually you can use this in so many different ways, can't you?
You can, and we already know that his eyes are absolutely perfect. He spotted you.
Oh,
so there we go.
Smooth.
That was very
true,
smooth.
but very true. Now, steam, as you said, it is the best way to kill germs and bacteria. Polty in 1978 is when they started as a company, and they really have been thinking about the environment. No chemicals needed whatsoever with this. There is, of course, and I keep forgetting its name, the Vesco Vapor that you put into this, but there is no chemicals in this. It's all natural that goes in to help the smells. But check underneath this, we have it on the floor setting just here, and look at the head of steam that's coming out of this. It's just building standing up now. You can see it come out. It takes 30 seconds. Can you see that?
I forgot the price. I can't believe it's £99.
Unbelievable.
When this
it really
was tested, they said it was the best steam cleaner they had tested, and that was a consumer trial. They couldn't believe how good this was, and it's under £100.
Now, I hope you can see on camera that line right through that, but even if you can't, I'm going to just finish this off, because the way this leaves this super clean, and of course the angle of it and the way it's shaped, meaning you can get into every nook and cranny and every crevice. But of course this comes into a handheld as well. Can we see that really bad stain right in front there? Even if you can't, watch this, okay? I'll move forward and I will step back. Can you see that? It is incredible. Now I want to show you something, okay? Because the proof is always on the cloth. I have a clean floor, but I don't have a clean cloth. And that's the power of steam. You're not using any chemicals. It's tap water. It has a special filter in here to take out the minerals, so you don't end up getting it blocked with calcium and stuff like that. That is brilliant. And you can take this off, have it as a handheld, and you can do taps. You can do so many things.
Comes with so many
load of accessories. Yeah.
There are the 13 different accessories there, allowing you to use it as a handheld, allowing you to use it on all of those hard floors, those sealed floors, and allowing you in just 15 seconds to have this temperature that is killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. Whether it is on your sealed floors, whether it is the walls or the tiles on the bathroom wall, whether it's the extractor hood or whether it's windows and mirrors, it's so versatile.
Yeah, you'll use it all around the home. The great thing is we've got the latest colourway as well. So the colour you see in the clip there, previous model, you've now got it in the aqua colour, killing 99.9% of bacteria, germs and viruses without any chemicals. And so you have got a machine that you will use kitchen, bathroom, floor care, so versatile, and all your different floor surfaces. So whether you're talking about tiles, laminates, all those hard floors, and you've got a carpet glider.
And upholstery, so sofas, armchairs, cushions, mattresses, you know, honestly, so versatile. But do go as well for the scent, because that really does add that sort of fresh smell
into your home.
But it's a natural
fragrance, isn't it? The Fresco Vapor, you get two 200ml bottles. It's just at the bottom of the screen there. 862764 is the item number. You've got a pine fragrance, which actually smells like eucalyptus, or you've got a lavender fragrance available, and you get 2 bottles in each one.
And it's only been the last 2 shows that we've actually managed to have both actual
both
fragrances
options,
because they do tend to sell out really quickly. So if you've missed out in the past and you've already got this, please do grab them while the stock is available. But pop them in your basket. You'll split that cost over those 3 payments with PayPal Pay in 3. Absolutely love the fact you can wash these so easily as well.
Yeah.
And so you can use it time and time and time again without having to use any chemicals. It is purely water from your tap. Because it creates pulty steam, that actually is a steam that kills 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. You know you are deep down cleaning.
And remember, you will get the aqua colour option, not the purple that you see there. It's a lovely aqua blue. Brilliant to get Pulty Steam Cleaner, upright and handheld, for less than £100. Everything we've got on the show is also available with PayPal Pay in 3. So you can split the cost across 3 interest-free payments if you pay online and you're paying on the website. ShopOnTV.co.uk is the easiest way for you to shop.
Yeah, check out the website actually. There's loads on the website.
If you go to the brands, there's over 700,000 products, but there's our show. You can also catch up on previous YouTube shows on our YouTube channel if you so wish, but loads for you to see there, from designer fragrances to
books.
Lots of books, my word.
Lots of books.
Lots and lots of books. 300,000 in fact.
So if you're a good reader, we've got plenty of books for you.
But it's time to get back to Pulty.
But do check out our hour, get everything into your basket you want, because we always have so many sellouts when we have Pulty available. And really, this is the first show that we've done sort of more of a full show on our vacuum.
Especially on the bundle.
We never have enough stock really to do a full show, so we only mention it as
Well,
such.
a great point to make right now is if you buy this directly at Pulty right now, just for the vacuum on its own without the accessories, you'll pay £249. 249 just for the vacuum.
So
on
not
its
the
own.
accessory kit, which is
Wow.
worth £59.
Yep.
So you're adding on really another £60 there, so £310.
Well, that's why our
to
value.
compare with our,
Yeah.
our deal.
Our value goes up to 308, the combined value, if you buy them both and put them in. The great thing here, you're getting everything for 149.
So you're saving more than you're spending.
Yeah, saving weight.
How amazing is that? And that bundle is excellent because it's so great to have that small powered brush head. The up top tool is fantastic. And of course, you've got that second HEPA filter as well. And HEPA filtration is phenomenal. Remember, you've got 3 levels of filtration as well with this system, which is fantastic. And my goodness, we can see how good the HEPA filtration is there.
Alan.
And that's the HEPA filter just there, just to show. I'm going to show you how to clean that, because generally when I do a show, this is really clean. I said, well, this is how you do it, but you know, now I'm going to show you how we clean this and talk you right through that in just a little while.
Because that's
and
collecting the finest of
the
bits,
finest of
isn't it?
darts. Yeah, it is. It's HEPA 10 filter, so it's collecting down to tiny microns of
Amazing.
I can't even fathom how small these things actually are. But an important thing to remember is that if you don't look after your vacuum, like keeping that filter clean, it will affect the workings of it, so the effectiveness of it.
Well, the great thing is you get 2 filters included.
And I'm going to tell you in a little while why having 2 is so brilliant, because you're never ever going to be without the ability to
You're never waiting for one to dry, which is brilliant.
Exactly.
That's great.
So let's talk about the machine itself. So first of all, we have 21.9 volts of power in this lithium-ion battery, which provides up to 50 minutes of runtime.
Which is brilliant.
Well, it is. They reckon that about 14 to 15 minutes is enough with a vacuum like this to get around the average size house. Yeah. Because you don't hang about with this, and you know you don't. So you're not going pulling cables behind. You're not doing all of that and plugging in and plugging out and going up.
We often forget that it's completely cordless, and it is such a hassle to unplug and replug and trip over wires.
Yeah.
Your plugs are all behind sofas or behind, you know, cupboards and things, aren't they?
Really
Whereas
awkward,
it's completely cordless.
Yeah, so we can go where we want with it. Now, just to say as well, I'm going to show you some demos. Of course, I'm going to do that in a minute. But I think just while the people are there, in case you're thinking, oh, well, shall I, shan't I? I've got a vacuum, but maybe it's not. Let me show you why this one is brilliant. So what we can do with this is we can take the head off, which means we now have a reach vacuum. I'm going to get to all of the tools, the accessories in a minute. But because we have this here, what we can do is we can go places like our skirting boards into corners. We can go up high. I will show you that in a little while. Okay, pop that down. Then what we can do is we can take this off into a handheld. Now, it doesn't matter what configuration we have it in, we still get the same power. It's still cyclonic as well.
Great.
Which is great. I'll explain cyclonic in a little while. I'm sorry if you know what that is and you think, well, I know what that is, Al. I'm going to go through it anyway, okay? So that's all of that. So when we put this back together, the important thing is that we wanted to pick up lots from the floor. And one of the big things as well that we find is hair. So I'm going to do some hair as well.
Hair is a nightmare. Absolutely.
So let's do this now. The oats, I love doing oats, breakfast oats, porridge oats, because they have the big pieces of oat and the small little pieces as well. Did you see that? Yeah.
Wow.
Now, don't look away. Watch
okay,
this.
watch the hairs. Look.
That is the power of quality, isn't it?
Now,
so often you can vacuum and the hair's still there, and then you go down on your hands and knees and with a bit of sellotape pick
You're
it
trying
up
to get
because
those
the
hairs
vacuum
up.
doesn't pick it up.
Absolutely. But now just look at that little area where I've just been over.
Fabulous.
That is super clean. Now, even if I put that back on, you can see the lights shining. And some people have often asked, and I remember a story about your mum was saying that, she said, why would you want lights in a vacuum?
She was like, why has it got lights? What are the lights for?
And
until the next day she was like, oh my goodness, those lights are amazing. Because you can see behind the door, you can see under the sofa, and you can, you know, if it's quite, sometimes it can be a bit dark in the house or down the hallway, and then the light comes in. You think, oh, I've missed a bit there, whereas you don't miss anything with this.
Well, the flat that Ellie and I used to live in, Paul is actually in it now. The hallway of that has got no natural light. So doing that was a nightmare. So having a light was brilliant.
It does make such a difference.
I'm going to come back to carpet in a second because I just want to try and get as much in for you as I possibly can off the bat, so you get a good idea. So hard floor, we don't need to change anything because what Poldy have done is they've made the brush in this one so versatile that it's perfect for hard floors and carpets. They're relying as well on the brilliant suction of this. But what we have to remember as well, and this is really important, we actually have 2 motors working for us. We have a motor up here creating the suction, and we have a motor in this head just here, okay? That means that the motor is physically spinning the brush. And let me show you that brush underneath, just there like that. so we can see. So the brush is being turned by a motor, which means that as you are vacuuming, it's not slowing down if it reaches or touches off a carpet. It's keeping that constant power.
I love it as well because with a thick pile carpet, some vacuums, if you don't get a powered brush head, they slow down.
Right down. Because they're using, they're just using the power of the suction.
Yeah, whereas
they
that
actually,
is brilliant on all
the way.
carpets, yeah.
Because what they'll do is sometimes if it's just on the suction power that's turning it, excuse me, they'll have a little outlet at the side, a little, excuse me, a little thing to go out at the side, which will actually just turn a fan. So the suction is turning a fan, which turns it.
Okay.
Right.
That's why it slows down and loses. And we do need that because it's kind of beating the carpet as well.
Definitely.
We've 2 speeds, by the way, speed 1 and the lower speed. It goes on to its normal speed when you start it, and then you can turn it up or down. Now watch this here, okay, because as I go through tea and we go through some, that's actually washing powder, and we go through just here, which of course is all of that, the herbs that I put down. You can see that beautiful line, and it really is a beautiful
And it doesn't
line.
scatter everything everywhere.
No, because some vacuums will pick up the big bits, but the small bits, they tend to blow around the kitchen floor, whereas other vacuums pick up the little bits but leave the big bits. This leaves everywhere barefoot clean. You know, whatever's down there, it picks up, doesn't it?
Look, we're under intense studio lights here. You can see them reflecting, and that's why. But you can see just there, look at how clean that is. And it's really important, I think, for everyone to know how clean it actually is and how
Without
much it takes
you going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because vacuuming normally is us doing the hard work. Whereas you've just done a swipe and it's clean, whereas at home we can be like this trying to pick
backwards
things
and
up.
forwards. Now, of course, when you're vacuuming carpets, of course, the action is to get it properly clean is the forward and back motion. It's like when you're mowing the lawn, you know, you go one way and then the other.
To get the
lines. But with this, you go forwards and back on the same bit, because when we think about it, if we think about the pile of the carpet being our fingers, so as we go that way, it pushes them forward, so you're getting the dirt here. As you come back, it's pulling them that way, so you're getting the dirt that side. So what you're doing is you're cleaning both sides of the fibre of the carpet, and therefore then when you walk, if there's bits of grit left there, and as you're walking, that starts to rub on the pile of the carpet down where it's meeting the hessian backing or the foam backing, whatever it might be, and that's what wears those out, and that's where you get bald patches. And
you want
that's
to lift the pile of the carpet up. And that's the power of the suction, because I think a lot of people think, oh well, a cordless machine's not going to be as good as a corded machine, but now it is, isn't it?
Yeah, they really have, and especially because now we have, because normally if you go for something that's corded, you know, you didn't have that cyclonic power because it had a bag in it, but now we're able to really get this cyclonic power and use that to our advantage, and they really have done a huge amount of work on that, so it really is making life a whole lot better and a whole lot easier.
It's amazing how much it picks up, how well it picks up, and honestly, when it's cordless, it's so simple to get absolutely anywhere. Whether you are going down to the summer house, whether you're going out to the car, whether you're doing hard floors, whether you're doing carpets, use it as a reach vacuum. Get the cobwebs from the corners of the room, but then use it as a handheld.
Yeah, all your accessories are included, remember, and £51.98 is all you've got to pay on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal, paying 3, paying online.
Now, you have got 2 colour options, stock-wise, which is the busiest, which is the one that's lowest in stock. The blue
but we
is
haven't
in
seen
the lead.
green.
So the blue is in the lead at the moment. 152220 is your item number. But don't forget, we have got the green option as well. My mum's neighbour, she's got a B&B. But by the way, each colour option, you get the accessories the same. They're both the same.
Bundle.
It's just a different colour. She bought one and she was like, oh my, it's the best vacuum. She's also sold it to people that stay in her B&B. Yes. But then she came to me, she said, would you get me another one? And I was like, why do you want another one? She said, I'm going to have one upstairs. And I was like, but it's so easy to carry upstairs because it's so light. She says, I don't care. She says, it's that good. I want one downstairs so I can just grab it and use it. And if I'm upstairs, I can just grab it and use it. So she bought 2 because she was that impressed how good they were.
And of course, the value we have tonight allows you.
It's amazing, And she didn't have the deal you've got today. She just bought the vacuum without any of the extra accessories. They were extra.
Right.
So she got the vacuum.
But even so, she didn't miss out. You know, she didn't get. You know, she didn't overpay because it's a brilliant vacuum.
Absolutely
really
loves
is.
it.
Definitely.
I've just moved over here now. I've brought the little accessories here because I'm going to show you those accessories.
Brilliant.
Great.
Because you want to know exactly what the accessories can do for you. So let's start off first and foremostly, okay? So let's start off with the tools here. So what we have is this little crevice tool just here. Now I'm going to talk to you about the shape of the aluminium shaft
I love that.
in a moment and why it's like that. And if you notice, course, if we look at the shape of this, if I turn it to the side, you can see it's quite narrow, okay? It's slim. And I'll show you why that's so slim. We've got a nice little nose on this as well, so we can get into corners, crevices, and pick everything up. So I'm going to put this onto the end of the vacuum, okay? Now remember how easy this is. Lift, 2 buttons at the side, and that head, that powered brush head, is off.
The build on it is brilliant. It's really sturdy.
It is.
Everything.
And clicks into place, so it doesn't come
so
off.
it's locked on there.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
So now, what I can do is, first of all, if I need to get into corners down here, I can do that, get right into the side. Even though the vacuum itself is indeed edge to edge, I can still get into nooks and crannies and awkward areas. Along here, along the back. But it also means that I can come along here, and the shape of that means I get right into the corner, so where there might be bits of dust dirt or whatever. Or,
and you can get a horrible build up there if you don't vacuum there.
Brilliant in the
You
car
can see the
through all those
darkness.
crevices.
Yeah, really good.
Up on the skirting board, even though this is not a true skirting board, but we don't have one here, but you understand.
Yep.
Just along there. But also then, if we want to go up high, we can, so we can get into corners and bits and pieces like that.
So all of a sudden, if you're small, you can get the cobwebs in the corner of the room, and it's nice and light, so you don't have to be a muscle man either to be able to do it.
Now, don't think as well, don't worry if you think, well, I don't want to use that because it's quite hard. It might damage something up there. Well, let me show you what we have, because again, we've thought of everything. So I'm going to now take the brush just here. Now, this is a wide mouth brush. Now, the reason, and I'll tell you this right now, why everything in this is slim like that, is it's actually been designed with the round ones, it's thicker, to be able to go between your white goods. So when you're vacuuming, you can get it in like that, in between your white goods, so it's actually easier to clean.
There's often something between your fridge freezer and the kitchen unit, isn't there? You can see the dirt down there, but you can't get to it. That is so well designed. I've not seen any other vacuum with that. It's brilliant.
First one, you can see how narrow that is, how slim. But again, now I have the brush on the end, so now I can use that. But not only is the brush protecting, but it's now also moving and agitating the dust and the dirt that might be stuck there and allowing me to clean. Top of the TV is not a worry now, because I have that brush and I'm being careful to come down around and getting the dust from that. But up close and personal a little bit, when you want to do things like the breakfast counter or things like that, we'll do that in a minute, because I've got some demos set up down there. But before we go down there, I'd like to show you this, because, actually, I jumped over my favourite one.
Because you've got all these extra accessories. The accessory kit worth £59. Massively busy. The blue is in the lead. You do need to check those baskets through. We're busy for the iron as well, and we're busy for the steam mop.
We're going to try and get to everything.
Yeah, we will try to get to everything. But please, if you want to go for this vacuum, this bundle is phenomenal.
Now, look at this brush head here, okay? Now, first and foremost, this is great, because what we can do now is clean much larger areas, okay? We have got the smaller brush, but let me show you how I would use this against the wall just here. So if I wanted to use it, I won't turn the machine on, I can do that. I've got a bigger brush to clean. But where this is magical is here, right? Now I love this tool, honestly. You may have seen, you might go, I know what this does, but maybe you don't. This, number one, will turn back like that. So now I can get underneath. So if I have bookcases or whatever, I can get underneath the shelves of it, just here, underneath the pelmet for your curtains. But also, I can turn this over like that, which now means I can get on top of things, top of the wardrobe, top of anything that you want.
Cabinets.
Kitchen cabinets that get filthy. And look at, I'm using that brush, and then there's 2 holes in that which the suction comes from. So now I can use that, the up top, tip top tool, whatever you like to call it.
It doesn't weigh you down, because it's a really lightweight machine, remember. Just over 2.6 kilos is the weight there. But all of these accessories that Alan's showing us will also go on the handheld unit.
Yes, absolutely, every single one of them. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you 2 things, okay? So I'm going to show you firstly how we can change that filter. So if you want to change the HEPA filter, it's super, super easy. It says it just here. I put my fingers underneath just here, and all I do is I pop it out. Now, what you should do, depending on how often you do vacuum, but I would do this maybe every week or so. Take that, and I'm going to do this on the bottom step here, and just tap that out like that. And look at that. Now, you would do this in your bin. You wouldn't, of course, do it on your carpet, but look at how much dust and debris that's held.
And that's that fine dust that usually you see that coming like a exhaust out the back of your vacuum, don't you?
Yes.
The light comes in, and as you're
vacuum
vacuuming,
smell,
there's
yeah,
loads
isn't
of
it?
dust coming out the back. That's holding all those tiny particles in the machine.
Now, you'll still see it's dirty, but when just showing you would do that inside your bin, I would bang this harder outside and you'll get a lot more dust.
Yeah.
But then you wash this filter here under lukewarm water, so just kind of tepid.
Right.
And rinse that through. Don't use any soap or anything, just rinse that through. I sometimes like to run the water in through here as well and let it filter out through from the inside out as well. But once that's you've cleaned that, you must leave this to dry naturally, okay? So I stand it up maybe in the window or something like that. Don't put it on a radiator because it could warp it.
Might shrink.
And then while that's drying, you've got your other brand new one, which you simply pop into place, so you never have to worry. And I promise you this, there has been many times where I've washed a filter on a vacuum at the shop that we have, our little cafe. The one that I have there, I have to wash the filter of only one, and then I have to wait for it to dry.
So we can use
Look, it's not the end of the world, but isn't this a whole lot better?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so much better.
That.
So now what we can do is we can now use this little fellow here that comes. I can't believe this is actually part of it, because this little brush bar here is perfect to bring out to the car, let's say, to do the car seats, to do the car floors, to do the car mats, to do the boot of the car, whatever it might be. And the wonderful thing is, and by the way, it does fit on the end of the long reach as well, but the great thing about this is when I turn it, you can see that brush turning because there's a motor built in here. You ready for this when I turn it off? There we go. You can
now we're busy across both colourways. Remember, green or blue are your options. Green's on the main screen, 466014. If you want the blue option, 152220.
Look at the pickup with that.
Right into that corner.
Wow.
I was going to say to you, if you miss bits in the corner, you can get the little crevice too, but I don't even have to because it's so good.
That's great on dog pet beds and things.
Beds,
you know, really, really ideal.
So,
cat hairs, dog hairs, on the stairs, areas where they sit, take it out to the car, take it down to the summer house. So versatile, being completely cordless. And the pickup is incredible.
Now we know how fine this dart here is, so watch this, okay? So I'm going to take up half of this again, just coming through like that. Look at that. Now the reason I always just go halfway through these is I want you to see that clean line, because this is important as well, that you see that it's perfectly clean behind, but the dart is still there, the same just here and the same as we reach the top. But remember, if you do have a weird corner just in here, or you have carpet just on this side, you know, this coming on this part, and you have the bit of wood here, you also then have the side here where you might not be able to get into very easily. So all you need to do is take that off, pop on the little crevice tool, and then you can get into that corner or into corner wherever it might be. So the idea of this is you literally have something for every single job. Can we go down to the far end and just show you the last few little demos?
And you saying that, Mum, when we got her a cordless vacuum, my mum hates change. But the reason we got it is when she was poorly, I used a vacuum and it weighed a ton, and it was still a plug-in vacuum. And I was like, oh, why are you still using this vacuum? And she was, well, I said, it weighs a ton. So I got her a cordless vacuum, and I really thought she wouldn't like it. She could not believe the pickup, and to this day, she still says, it picks up more than my corded vacuum did. And she never lets us throw anything away, and the next day she was like, get rid of that corded vac, honestly. But my mum used to do two big cleans. She'd get the big vacuum out on a Wednesday and a Saturday, and then she'd use a dustpan and brush and a broom and things the other days. Now she just uses this whenever she needs to, because it's just there to use. It's as easy as getting a brush out, but it picks up like your big heavy vacuum that you were plugging in and unplugging. It's amazing.
If you're cooking in the kitchen, you always get stuff on the floor, and the kitchen floor looks messy. Just grab it and just quickly run over.
My brother brings the dogs round, and she'll just get the vacuum up after they've gone, and the hairs are gone. You know, it's as quick and easy as that. It's brilliant.
People ask me all the time, and I don't go around telling people the job that I do, but people say, what do you do? And I just say, oh, well, I work, I kind of demonstrate products for various companies, and I'm blessed to do that. And then we talk about it, and I talk about, you know, ShopOnTV and stuff, and they say, well, why do people buy? And they always ask me, from ShopOnTV. And I always say to people that for me the main difference is that, you know, we've got 2 and a bit hours today, and we're going to mainly focus on this, talk about the steam and the iron as well, is that you get to see exactly what's happening. Whereas if you go into one of the big stores, you might see, well, there's loads of them, and you go, okay, so it says they're slim. But what does the slim mean? Well, we're telling you that slim means that this bar is slim, that gets in between the white goods are in those little awkward areas.
It has to be explained, doesn't it?
Well, exactly. You know, what does it all mean? What does, you know, HEPA filtration actually mean? How do I change it? What do I do? Does it work? And you buy it kind of blindly almost just from the box, or how it looks just, you know, on the display that you can't take off because they haven't, you know, wired in, or it's a dummy one. So here we get to show you and talk you through everything and show you how it works, which I love.
For me, it means I don't have to get the instruction book out because I've watched and seen exactly how to use it. If you've got any questions, do email in. But I've just heard, and we've got a vast amount of stock of this. This is why we're able to actually do a full show on it. However, 10% of the blue.
10% of the blue stock already in baskets and checking through. So do confirm your orders if you've got anything in a basket. Blue or green, they're the same. They come with all the same accessories. But if you buy the vacuum on its own from Pulte directly, it'll be £249. We're going to do it for £100 less than that and include loads of accessories. So there it is on Pulte's website right now, £249. If you add in the accessories, it's another £59. So it takes you to £308. We've got the entire bundle tonight for £149.
Incredible value for money. And honestly, over all the years that we've sold products, this is one of the #1 vacuums that we've ever had. Absolutely love it. So please do check your baskets out. The only thing you've got to decide is a colour, blue or green. The blue, though, that stock is going really, really quickly.
Right, let's see it as a handheld.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that for you. So again, with the handheld, and it takes seconds to change it over, of course, is I popped onto the little crevice tool just here. So what I'm trying to replicate here with this one thing is many different jobs, okay? So when I use this on here, it's kind of replicating the top of this door, but it's also replicating corners, it's replicating, you know, skirting boards and stuff.
Yeah.
So one button to push on, and again, check this out here, lifting. This is hot chocolate powder, and you can see it lifting that as we go along. I'll stop just there.
I love that to go, you know, on the door between that little tiny bit, it's always full of rubbish, isn't it? Always dirty. So just vacuum it really quickly because that fits just perfectly.
Now here's somewhere that I use the brush on my vacuum at home, okay? So what I will do is, and we have these, they're sort of 70s type doors where they're panels. So they have, like, in the middle of the door, you have this little panel,
like
and then
frame,
they have, a frame. So they get filthy. So I just get a vacuum, because if I get a cloth and I start using with a cloth, the dust is going everywhere. So I will use that. So again, just to demonstrate, using the brush, I'm now dusting as well. So if I come along here, you can see that I can use and get fine dust gone. I don't even have to, I can do a typical me thing. I don't even have to move stuff. And you can see how clean it has made that just there. You can see the dust here and you can see it gone there.
We've got glass tables and they show the dust shockingly.
Yeah.
And if you do try and dust, you end up pushing most of it onto the floor, so you're creating more mess.
And what we're doing here is, instead of, as I say, polishing, and then you get the polished cloth and it's dusty. Again, that dust, then when you're doing this, around the house. So this is trapping it inside the HEPA 10 filter. So again, have a look at this just here, and I'm going to go right through the middle of this just here. So when you think about the power of the suction as well on this, you'll see, look at that.
That is
right across.
So good. That's great for under the toaster where there's all the crumbs. I mean, that is virtually lifting the dirt off the table.
It's great, isn't it?
Amazing.
Not even making contact with the
I love it as a handheld because now you can take that out to the car, take that down to the summer house. I've been taking, getting plants and things, and they always, however I prop them up in the back of the car, they always fall over, soil everywhere, which is, could be a real panic. Just grab that, go out and vacuum it up. It's done in an instant.
And the thing is, your gear change where it has that little kind of, where the gear change just where it's, that I can't remember if it's the little leathery thing. Always dusty. Get this little brush, get it in there. The instrument binnacle where you close the door handles, where you have that flat piece, gets dusty as well. And I love it for the vents as well, for the heating and cooling, because those little brushes get inside and they can give it a bit of a rub, get the dust. Then when you open the door sills and things like that. So really, you can use this all over the place.
Because it's so expensive to get a car done now, whereas that, in an instant, you've done it. It's brilliant.
And that's the same machine that Alan's just been using in the upright configuration. You've just got to choose which colourway you want to go for, whether it's the blue or the green option. The blue you can see as the main number on screen.
Stock is going really quickly. Did you see how that flashed
220
and went
in and out,
away?
wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So the blue, once again, 152220. If you want to go for the green option, that's just at the bottom there, 466014. You've got nearly £60 worth of accessories included. We're just getting busier and busier now. You've seen the demonstrations.
My word.
Blue-wise, 20% of the stock is already in baskets and checking through, so please do confirm your orders, don't miss out. $51.98 is all you've got to pay today on your first of 3 interest-free payments with PayPal Pay in 3 paying online.
And remember, you've got up to 50-minute runtime on one full charge. Honestly, you will not believe how long this lasts. It's completely cordless, no tripping over wires, unplugging, replugging. So easy to do the stairs. You haven't got to worry that the actual wire's not long enough, and then you have to carry the actual vacuum upstairs. I can be at the bottom of the stairs looking, thinking the stairs look dirty, and I'm due to leave. Oh, my car keys are upstairs, and I actually grab the vacuum and vacuum as I run up the stairs. I'd never get the old big vacuum out.
Yeah,
I'm late.
Yeah.
And, I just vacuum the stairs while I go and get my keys. But you do, because it's so quick and easy.
And because it's corded, it's generally underneath the stairs or underneath in the cupboard or something. Whereas these, you've got the wall mount for this, which I forgot to mention is one of the accessories as well, which is down there.
Yeah, we will show that.
Yeah, so you hang it on the wall and it charges as well, so it's brilliant.
So if your kids have just had breakfast, there's mess all under the table, you're all off, so you're dropping off at school, you're going to work, rather than come back to that mess, you'll actually vacuum it quick before you go out the door. It's brilliant. Yeah,
it takes seconds. And again, and this is absolutely true, because Ellie when she's at work and stuff like that, I love to make sure when she comes home, if I'm not there, that, if I'm not at work with her, I love to make sure the house is tidy. And the vacuuming is something that never even crosses my mind, because it literally takes, we've got the living room, the dining room, a little kitchen, hallway, and then I sometimes go upstairs. We don't need to do upstairs as often, and it takes literally 5 minutes, because you just run around, just do it really quickly. And of course then it lifts the pile of the carpet, so when she comes in, and I'm one of those people,
so hard.
Yeah, any job I do, if I clean the bathroom, I will leave cleaning products around. So when she comes in, she goes, "Yep, okay, I know you've done it. Do you do the same?" Yeah. Who else out there does the same?
Definitely.
But with this, you don't need to, because you can see the stripes on the carpet where it's lifted.
He won't let me walk on the carpet when
I'm like,
vacuum.
don't be walking on
the carpet. Look how clean it looks.
Look, don't be putting footprints on my carpet.
Look at those lovely lines.
Now, if anyone's just joined us, Alan, this is a machine that's so versatile, because it's light, it's cordless, very important.
Yeah, and the weight of this has gone completely out of my head, because of so many figures.
2.6 kilos.
2.6 kilos, thank you, and that's why we're a team. So really lightweight, really easy to use, just one finger or thumb, you can lift this up here, and it really is easy to maneuver as well. So let's go from the bottom to the top and just talk through, and then I'm going to do some vacuuming for you.
Great.
So, and we know what vacuums, and it vacuums really well, and you expect to see great results. Of course you do, but let's tell you why this does it so well, and why I love this so much. So first of all, you have got the powered brush head down here. So in this part here, there is a built-in motor which turns the brush bar just here. So now we know that brush bar is turning. When I turn the machine on, you'll see we have an LED light across the front. Now if you notice the LED, there's one here and one here, and the way they designed this, the light runs across, a little bit like Kit from Knight Rider, if you're of a certain age. Younger people go, who? So you can see that, and that brush bar is turning. Now if we notice as well on this, these wheels are quite big, and they are rubberized as well, so they're like rubber tires. And the reason that's important and good for you is that it will give you grip on the floor, so when you are maneuvering around, it won't be slipping and sliding all over the floor. Now we come up along here, we know we can take this off to give us a long reach, but we have this aluminium tube just here, slim, so you can get in between the white goods and the little gaps and stuff in your kitchen. When we come up to the top here, we do have, because one of the buzzwords, of course, that people now expect and they want is cyclonic power. This has cyclonic power. Some people sometimes wonder, what, we say words like that, what does it actually mean? Well, if I just show you this, as it's collecting the dirt, okay, it's been pulled in here and it's creating cyclones up here, which they start off bigger, and like any cyclone, the most destructive part of it is the thinner part at the end that comes in contact with the earth. So it's coming in here and it's been funneled down in the cyclone down and forcing it to the bottom, bottom or to the back of the bin, thus keeping all of this clear and the breathing here where the HEPA filter and the air goes through for the HEPA filter clearer, so it's giving you suction all the time. It's not getting clogged up here, and that's why that is so important, but also gives it more suction power. So that's really important. Now the rubberized handle on this, so it really is easy to use. You're holding yours there,
so
Sean.
comfortable, isn't it, as well?
And you don't feel like it's going to slip from your hand.
I love as well the fact you don't have to hold the button on.
You turn
A
it.
previous vacuum we've had, you've got to hold the button down all the time, and we end up getting.
It's a nightmare.
We used to say we've got vacuum finger because you get like
Finger
a rub.
fatigue.
Yeah,
Finger fatigue.
yeah.
Finger fatigue.
Now this is true, right? And there's one of the big brands that does that. You have to hold it, and the reason they say it is you save on battery life, because when you're not, you just take your finger off. Some people, they say, well, just vacuum and then take it over to the other room and leave it on. Whereas they're saying that when you take your finger off, that's the reason for. But no, you get a sore thumb.
Yeah,
okay?
you do.
I don't like it, and it does. And you know, it's like anything. When you're driving down the street, if somebody pulls out in front of you or walks in front of you in the car, you don't just press the horn just a little bit. You go. And you're pushing it way harder than you need. Same with your thumb. You're holding it more than you need, and you end up getting a pain in your thumb, don't you? You do more.
You do,
anyway,
you do.
so 21.9 volts of lithium-ion battery. That's, again, good to know. And, of course, that wonderful HEPA filter. Now, look
Look at all that dropping out of there.
Filtration is
That was
great.
brand new.
Yeah,
was brand
that was
new.
clean, wasn't it?
But it just shows you what it's picking up, okay?
Great for anyone that suffers with allergies. Do your
Yeah,
own
absolutely.
research on HEPA filtration, why it's really good, especially at this time of year with the pollen in the air and things.
Yeah.
Really good.
Pop that back in. Now, again, we can remove the handle as well from the bin. We'll show you that in just a little while. And again, you have got the max level just here, so when it gets up to there, you can stop. But I will, as we go through the show towards the end, show you how it can go beyond that. So let's just do this now. So let's clean up here, okay, and show you that no matter what we encounter, salt, you can see it's perfectly clean. We have pepper granules, it doesn't matter, perfectly clean.
Look how sharp it is.
If we come down here to the herbs, perfectly clean. All the way through, right to the edge, perfectly clean. Now let's go to something that's a bit harder, because the fine dust that we had a second ago that I just knocked out of the HEPA filter, well, we can see that just there. Well, watch this, you ready?
Hey.
Gone. So right up to the edge as well. So we're always picking up and we're always collecting.
It's true edge to edge, isn't it?
It is.
You see that with that cut, when it cuts through the dirt.
And the fact you've got the lights on the front there, so you can see everything that you clean if you're going underneath furniture. So fine particles, heavier particles, whether it's tiles, laminates, it doesn't matter. You don't have to switch anything when you go to a carpeted surface, do you, Alan?
No, absolutely not. So straight from hard floor, straight onto your carpet. Let's show you that. So straight over, no buttons or anything like that. Now, let's talk about what's on here, because what I've put here is we've put the herbs, I've also got some washing powder, and we've got some breadcrumbs there as well, okay? Right. So people often say to me, well, you don't walk them in, Alan. At our house, you walk over things and stuff like that. Of course you do. You know, so that's what's happening here. But we've got lots on. You'd never leave your carpet be this dirty anyway. So, well, let's hope not yet. But it doesn't matter, because we will always get that clean line.
Look at that.
You can see, even with the white powder just there, which is that washing powder, you can see it's all gone. And even with the breadcrumbs that I've just walked in, you can see they're all gone. Now remember, when you vacuum, it is forward and backwards, because that's pushing the pile forward and pushing it back and getting into every single bit of that and leaving you a perfect.
But not like you used to vacuum forward and back on the same spot.
You're not going.
Because it's not picking up. Forward and back once, picked up beautifully. Carpet with clean lines, looking fantastic.
Yeah.
And they're really fine particles, but you know that you've picked every last bit up with this vacuum, because the pickup is phenomenal. And the fact it lasts up to 50 minutes with one full charge is amazing. One of our very first cordless vacuums, which was hundreds of pounds, honestly, it was about 7-8 minutes if we had it on full power.
I think it was on
and
high power.
Needed charging again. It was so frustrating.
I remember, genuinely remember, back in the day, they used to say this has up to 18 minutes of runtime on regular, and that's why you would have got about 8 minutes on the full power.
On the boosted power.
Yeah.
So up to 50 minutes is phenomenal.
Easily gets you around the entire house.
That's your parking station as well, so you've got all of those attachments included in this bundle. Parking station there, so if you do want to put that in a utility room, in a cupboard, you can actually then hang it up, you can charge it on that as well. The lights mean when you get into darker areas of a room, around the back of the door, you can see where that dirt is, but because you've got that powered brush head, it picks up the dirt on the thick pile carpets just brilliantly. All of your hard floors as well, it is absolutely phenomenal. Use it as a reach vacuum, use it as a handheld, take it out to the car, down to the summer house. It's light, it's super powerful, it's so versatile, and remember, up to 50 minutes run time. So whatever you're thinking today, if you're going out to buy a cordless vacuum, this vacuum to me is the absolute number one. I've got two favourites out of all the vacuums we've sold. I'll be honest, this is my absolute favourite, but usually this would be the more expensive.
It would, yeah.
But the deal we've got tonight with the £59 worth of accessories is
Spectacular.
incredible.
Normally you buy the vacuum on its own for £249. You can get it at Pulte directly right now for that price.
And that comes with those accessories.
Comes with the crevice tool and the dusting brush.
And your
as
parking
standard.
station.
Yeah. It does. That's your standard buy at £249. However, we're doing £149. You get all those tools we talked about, but then you get £59 worth of extras. Now, we've got two different item numbers for two different colours. So if you want it in the green, that's the details on the screen right now, 466014. If you want it in the blue, a quarter of the stock
Wow,
in the blue.
the blue is in the lead.
Oh, that's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, the green is normally the first one to sell out. The blue is the favourite tonight. So if you do want to go for the blue, it's slightly different item number, but it is the same with all the extra accessories. So you've got the up-top tool, you've got the powered brush head, the smaller head, and you've got the extra HEPA filtration as well in that £59 worth of accessory kit, which comes whether you're going for the green or the blue.
Yep.
It's just your choice which colour option you go for. Honestly, like my mum, I think you'll find this is one of the best things you'll ever buy. And I think with a cordless vacuum, that's what a lot of people say.
It makes such a difference.
You'll never go back to a corded vac.
And with a vacuum like this, it's not just an upright. It's an upright, it's a handheld, it's a reach. You can change it to whatever you want it to be. You can take it out to the car. Brilliant for
You're
the car.
not tripping over wires, you're not unplugging and replugging.
Well, that's what takes half the time, isn't it? Plugging it in, doing it half the room, then you have to unplug it, then you have to take it to the other end of the room, find another plug.
And I never get
cordless.
why the wire to a corded vacuum doesn't do a whole flight of stairs.
It doesn't, does it?
But it never does it?
No.
It misses like the top
Usually
three.
a couple, yeah.
So then you have to go back downstairs, you've got to lift it up, unplug it, take it upstairs, plug in at the top, balance it at the top, come back down the stairs. This you grab and vacuum up the stairs. As you're running up to get your keys, you know, honestly, it's that quick and simple. You have a cleaner home because you'll grab and clean as whenever you need to, won't you?
Now, the price is brilliant. It's down to £149 with all those accessories, and you don't even have to pay that today. If you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, you can spread the cost across 3 interest-free payments. PayPal account and pay online. If you haven't got a PayPal account, you can open one. £149 is brilliant. Should be a combined price of £308. If you buy the vacuum on its own at Pulte directly right now, it's £249.
And you'll normally find that's how you buy it. It's by itself with the couple of accessories it comes alongside. You need to add on another £59 onto that price because that is what you're getting with the deal that we're doing today, because you're getting the accessory kit worth £59. So you are talking really £308. So, you know, it's incredible value for money what you've got today. And of course, split the cost, like Sean said, with PayPal, Pay in 3. But do check your baskets out. We're moving away from that for a moment because we are so busy on that blue. If you want that blue option, do check out whilst the stock is there.
Now, we've got a back in stock message here with this particular iron, the Pulte Vaporella. This is the iron we've got at home. Absolutely love it. If it was £139, brilliant price. That's the Pulte price right now. That's our usual price of £139. However, we've got it today for £79. There it is on Pulte directly now. It is the Simply. It's all about having a cushion of steam that improves and speeds up the way you iron. It's not heavy. There's so much to talk about for this kind of price point.
So I've got a regular iron just here that you would use, and one of the things about it is, if you can see that now, you can see the steam that it's generating underneath that when you're using it. But look at where's that steam going?
Oh,
it's going.
easy.
Well,
Give it a little spray.
didn't even push
I don't know what you're doing
But
there.
what happens? It's coming out. It's so weak. It's going straight up. Okay. So how is that forcing through your clothes to do anything? Now I know you can say, I'll get that steam. I'll push the buttons, but what I will show you the difference with this is that when we're ironing with this, and you do that.
That is so clever, though, that.
I know it is, isn't it?
I
brilliant.
love that.
The reason I put that in there is that you carry this because it locks in position, and all we do is unlock it at the side, and then our iron comes here. But with an iron like this, what you're doing is you're carrying the water,
So it's
which
heavy.
generally is about a half a litre, 0.4 of a litre, which you're forever filling it up, and it's really awkward, and you're pouring it, and it spills down, and you get that
Oh, it is really awkward.
thing, right?
careful.
It's just a nightmare. But with this one, you've got 1.5 litres of water in here, 1.5 litres, so continuous ironing. Now
And the other thing to say, Al,
Yeah.
because the first one we had, a steam generator, it was pressurised.
Yeah.
So every time it ran out of water,
We had to
you had to
wait.
wait
You had to
15,
wait.
20 minutes
Yeah.
to refill it. You can fill this whenever.
You can fill this whenever. In fact, you can do it on the move. Earlier, when I was doing, you just pull this out, you bring this, you fill it with water, fill it with, even if you have a jug beside you, and pop that straight back in. So you really can do continuous ironing. But people don't particularly love to iron, and they like to make things as easy as they can.
Yes, please.
This here, with the steam generation of this one, will cut your ironing time down by about half.
Yeah, it's
so it really makes a
amazing.
big difference. And you have that eco button as well, which will use 25% less power and about 26% less water as well, up to around that. So you can save as well.
Yeah.
But when you turn it on, it comes on. So what I want to show you with this is, because the sole plate on this is not as hot as a regular iron, because a regular iron relies on heat, this doesn't. It has got heat, of course, but it relies on the steam more than anything else. So what I've got here is, we do M Sport here, the waterless wash and wax. Okay, so I've got my M Sport here, and it's got those decals on it, which if you feel
That
them,
would
Scary.
be an
Scary.
absolute nightmare, wouldn't it?
You know.
You'd keep putting that back in the clean washing pile, thinking, I'm not going to
someone
go
else could do that.
anywhere near that
Yeah.
with an iron.
Anywhere next
You're
to
going
an
to
iron.
melt these, aren't
well,
you?
that's the thing, and you normally would, and people say, okay, you can turn the heat down on a regular iron, but then it's much less effective, and does it do the job at all? And if you forget, you're kind of a bit ruined. But with this here, okay, with that steam, I run over it, and you can see me ironing right over the top of that, and it is not grabbing, it is not sticking, it's not doing anything. In fact, it's
Amazing.
just ironed.
Right.
And that's the idea of this, and that's why using the steam is so good. Now, I've got my favourite T-shirt just here, guys. You can see why it's my
Oh, show it to the viewers. It's perfect. It's very you.
Do you know who bought me this for my birthday?
Oh, Alex Knowles.
No. Tina and Eve. Tina and Sean.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not easy being my arm candy, but here I am, nailing it. But again, now, and the reason I brought this one is, if you feel the material, it's
yes.
it's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it like
What
a
is it?
polyester mix?
Do you know what?
maybe?
It doesn't even say.
I don't know.
I'm a bit, there must
Says
be,
the size.
There must be very small sizes, 2XL. But the thing about it is that you used to need that, not anymore.
So it's like a polyester.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
polyester.
So
So that can be a bit fatal when you put
Yeah,
hot
Yeah, that's
irons
another one
through.
that melts, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It melts
and
onto
you-
the
Like,
iron.
you put the iron on it, you go, and you're stuck, and then you go,
Yeah.
oh, no, we're in trouble.
Ruined.
But
the
again,
last time they buy you a present,
yeah.
if you've
And
ruined it.
Even if you're completely worried about something, because what you have, and of course, you'll always notice that an ironing board is never just a flat board like this here. It's got holes in it, so the steam can go through it.
Yeah.
But there's no point having that if you're using an iron like this, and that steam is just
Not enough
coming
steam.
straight out.
Yeah.
And it's well, that's not going to go through anything. But of course, when we use this here, the Pulte,
Look
you can
at the
see
amount
the
of
steam
steam.
coming through.
And that's
all
how
the
it
way.
works, isn't it? It's the power of steam
Power of
with
the
a
steam.
cooler plate. So
Absolutely.
it's okay on this material. It's not melting that material because it's a cooler plate.
Yeah.
It's the power of steam that's knocking those creases out.
And just look at that, crease is gone. It
Wow.
is perfectly ironed. And even so, when I flip it over, you will see that that front part as well
Both
is
sides.
ironed. Now, this is the absolute truth. That people might say, you're only saying that, Al. I am the housework guy at home. I do all the housework, okay? Ellie, I think somehow when she was young must have got an allergy to it or something like that. And I love it. And
She's very busy.
she's very
Right.
busy, yeah.
Avoiding him.
Yeah. It's funny because it's true. But the thing about it is that I do genuinely, and I love to, even though we have a dishwasher, I actually like to wash up myself by hand. I quite like it.
You do it like that. Like fishing.
Yeah, like I'm fishing, yeah. In my head, I've got the bowl and I've got the scrubbing brush and I'm doing that. So that's why I'm doing the actions. But I do like to do that, and I love cleaning, and I love doing the doors and the cupboard doors, and I love to do the ironing. And Ellie will so often, a little bit like Leslie, our producer, give me stuff to iron for them. She will say, can you iron that, can you iron that? And you always get these materials, and they're different materials.
Yeah.
And this is true, and I genuinely do a lot of ironing at home. And with this iron, because this iron came from my house, this is one I used to use before I got this, you would be forever going, oh, this, well, I have to turn it down.
Turn it down,
and then I'm waiting for it to, because I don't want to put it on when it's too hot. And then I'm turning it back up again, and it becomes a real, well, it becomes a pain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, it becomes a nightmare. It becomes a pain.
It makes it more of a chore than it is. Yeah.
Whereas actually when you iron with this, because the results are so good and so quick, it's really satisfying.
Yeah.
I personally iron everything on a hanger. Sean will stand and iron quite happily, won't you, for ages. Sean likes to iron with a movie on. Me, I just put everything away, and when I want it, I get it out and put it on, out the door.
And away you go. But I'm very much a guy who loves a bargain, okay? So when I go on holidays to very hot countries, I go in and I buy the woolen jumpers that nobody wants to buy. Now this one is, you can see the make of this, it's very expensive. It's genuinely a very expensive jumper, but I got it in the discount store, and it was in the summertime, so obviously it was really cheap. It was cheap. But because this is wool, I don't want to put any old iron on this, and I would under no circumstance put my normal iron on this. But because I have that cushion of steam, I am more than happy to run the iron, the Pulte across this.
I was thinking that iron can stretch these materials, because you end up pushing and you're pushing it out of shape, whereas because you're just using the steam, it's perfect.
Now I want to show you this as well, because often, again, I'm probably going to sound a little bit manky now, but you don't wash jumpers all the time, do you? It's not like a t-shirt or your underwear that you wash every week.
Every week.
It's underwear once a week.
It's every month.
I knew there was a smell.
No, but you don't tend to do jumpers often. You would wear them, and you go out and wear them in the evening, and then you
wait till they bobble, and then you wash them.
Came back again.
He's got his favourite bobbly jumper.
I used to have two of them, and one of them went missing, and I think you probably
I threw it away.
You threw it away.
You can't wear that on air.
I loved it. I love those. They were comfortable. I never even noticed the
Back to your ironing. Come on.
But if you want to just refresh this, and you're going out of an evening, and maybe it's been hanging up or whatever like that, you know what you can do as well, because we have the power of that steam. I mean, I'm just going to turn that way so you can see the steam coming out just here. And what we can do is we can refresh it all. Do you know give a little bit underneath the arms and stuff like that.
That's brilliant for Al. Is jackets, especially working heat.
Well,
I refresh my jackets every time I wear it, because I end up putting them in a suitcase.
You can't take them to the dry cleaners every time. And sometimes they do get a bit smelly. It might be aftershave, it might be under the armpit.
Yes.
It might be you've been out for dinner and it's a food smell that's on your jacket. Your jacket's not dirty, it's just got a bit of a waft to it.
Yes. Or, you know, maybe if you wore a jacket out and, you know, you were sitting down in it and it gets a bit ruffled at the back.
Yeah, or thrown it in the back of the car.
Something like that. Or, you know, slept in the garden or something. You couldn't find the key, you did the door. My kid. You know, we can look at that again. Don't even touch off of it. I'm literally using that, but I can, because I know that sole plate is nice and cool. I can do all of that.
It's so good for that. I love ironing things.
And the great thing with this iron itself is you're not having to change the temperature all the time. So you can go from delicate fabrics, like your silk, like your chiffon, to heavier fabrics, like your linen, like your wool, as Alan was showing. On denim, they're brilliant. It's all about time.
I know. And you know what? That literally, we didn't do that in rehearsals.
We didn't.
We just did that. But again, this is a really nice designer. I don't have many things, and don't look at the size, okay? I think these people who make these things these days make them way smaller.
They do.
Yes, they do.
There's a ladies range, and when you actually see what the small, medium, and large sizes and extra large sizes are, it's all light. You know, it's not. It's all lies.
Lies, I tell you.
That's not what small used to be. What's going on in the world? That's not what medium used to be.
Have a look at this. You can see all of the creases in this just here. Now, I do love this shirt, but of course you can't. Some people can wear double denim. They can be cool enough to do it. James,
I love a bit of double denim.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
I like
that. So look at again, just flattening that out here, taking the Pulte Vaporella, and again using that steam, and literally, I've no work to do. It's super simple, and literally over it I go, and have a look at all of those
So satisfying.
Look at that.
Because you get a professional result. Clothes look dirty if they're creased. Even if they're washed and they're clean, if they're creased, they look dirty.
Yeah.
Can't go for a job interview in a creased shirt. When it's clean and pristine, it looks so nice. And to have a system like this that's so affordable, that gives you that professional finish, is phenomenal. It is, I would say, one of the lowest ever steam generators I've seen. I know it's the lowest price one that we do here on ShopOnTV, but I don't think I've ever seen a steam generator of this price.
It's a great starting point, but it's not a starting point performance to get from this iron.
Really
It's our iron. It's the iron we use.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
And really important as well with this, because a lot of people, when you get those steam generator ones where you have to put that safety cap on,
the
pressurized one, they can take a long time to heat up. You plug this in and literally 2 minutes.
That's why it's so good for ironing clothes on hangers. If you're about to run out the door and you want to wear something different, you can instantly start ironing just a couple of minutes and it's ready to go. You can refill time and time again. So please do not think that you've got to wait for this to put more water in. You can refill it as often as you like.
Yep. And do take advantage of PayPal Pay in 3, £27.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you do want to pay online. 318, 498.
And of course,
498.
a 2-year warranty on all of Polte's products as well. And they've got an amazing sort of silver service as well with their warranties. So honestly, phenomenal.
Ceramic sole plate is brilliant on here. It locks onto the actual base when you want to move it. It doesn't take up a huge area to store, and it's nice and lightweight as well. And remember, when you are actually ironing, you're not carrying any weight in the iron because the water is in the base. It's not in the actual iron itself.
And 6.5 bars of pressure is really
powerful, especially
for £79. Honestly, for value for money, it is phenomenal.
Now, if you are going for a steam generator iron, we've got a brilliant steam generator ironing board. Because of the amount of steam that comes out, you can't have a solid board. So it has to be a mesh board that you get here. So you'll see under here, you've got that metal mesh, so it allowed the steam to pass through, and that's why it makes your ironing much more efficient. Now, it's £79 is the price. There are 2 options. This is neither of them, actually. This is the Polte branded cover, but we've got a geometric option and we've also got a plain option available for you. When you go to the website, you just pick which one you want to go for. There's your geo. It's limited stock on that one. And we also have a plain, which is like a silver, a silver colour.
And it's so sturdy. It's a brilliant size. If you're a dressmaker, it's a great size to actually work on as well. The actual plate at the end will hold a steam generator. So often you'll find that a steam generator won't sit on the ironing board plate, whereas this really happily does.
For that,
and it's a great size as well for sheets and things like that. And it's delivered to your door, which is brilliant.
Brilliant for an ironing board.
I've got this ironing board, but I had to try and get it in a car. And that wasn't the best experience.
Well, doesn't it show you, and we know that this is great value at £79 for an ironing board, but then when you think, doesn't it make this iron supreme value when you think, hang on a second, that's unbelievable. You know, and when you get the 2 of them together, it really is. It's, well, I don't know the exact figures, but I'm sure it's not far off, you know, what this should be, even, you know, directly with Polte.
Well, 158 will get you both.
Wow.
£158 will get you the iron.
For a steam generator iron and an ironing board, it's really brilliant.
And then you'll split that over those 3 payments as well. We'll have to call you Carol Voiderman.
Carol what?
Carol Voiderman.
Who's Carol Voiderman?
I don't know. Don't know who the Carol Voiderman is. I don't know where that came from.
Carol Voiderman. Who knows?
I was just quite shocked you added up so
Shall
quickly.
we do some ironing?
Let's do some more ironing.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So what have we got now?
Right.
Linen.
Yes, we've got some linen.
Is a nightmare.
Yeah. So our lovely producer, she's going on Holly Bob's, so she's taking her linen with her, of course, an important thing. So let's have a little go at this just
here.
She's
been sleeping in these on the street for some time.
The thing with linen is that you never, ever get, and they're not designed to be completely smooth. They always have natural creases in them.
No, I've only worn them once because I've never wanted to iron them.
These creases, when you do iron linen, you sometimes get it flat, but you actually still see where those creases, the creases are still there. You never seem to be able to iron them out.
But that's what linen is, and that's what it does. You still see that because it gives you that look, and the look of linen I love as well. But the whole thing is that, look, we couldn't really wear, if you're wearing this here, with this curve just here, that wouldn't come out naturally. You can see just here, the way that's completely folded in. And no matter what you do, you'd be sitting there trying to rub this on your leg to try and get some heat in it to take this out. But this is where this iron comes into its own. And I was going to say to you earlier, the point I was going to make is that when I do the ironing at home, I do genuinely enjoy ironing, and I love to do the ironing when I'm watching a bit of TV or something like that. And I didn't have, I was using that one over there, which I thought was a great iron, and I was happy with it. But then when I got this, because I always say I never come on here and demonstrate a product that I haven't used at home. So they sent me one, and it's actually the one I'm using. I brought it in as my demo model, and again you can now see that that is perfectly flat. That fold is gone, and again you can see how good it looks. What's that, Leslie? Finish the whole thing?
She was like, okay. Do the rest of the suitcase,
yeah,
please.
we'll do it. But again, you can see that fold is gone.
It honestly makes such a difference. Those things that you put back into the ironing pile because you daren't iron them, anything with detail, because it's not a really hot plate, it's actually a cooler sole plate, but it's the power of the steam that knocks out the creases. So even like my evening dresses, the dry cleaners don't want to touch.
Maybe things like saris, things such as that, that have got jewelled embellishments on them. And because you can do the vertical ironing, remember, iron on the hanger, literally you just hold the hanger and you hold the iron against it, and that power of steam will drop out all those creases. So if you're in a rush, you just want to do a quick garment, don't even take it off the hanger, don't get the ironing board out, just do it on the upright, and you can refresh things like your curtains as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact it heats up in just 2 minutes, you're ready to go virtually in an instant. And what I will say is, if you want to go for both the ironing board and the iron, well worth doing that tonight. Split that cost over those 3 payments. Look at the difference with those 2 legs. Absolutely
Our producer could
phenomenal.
live in these. She's tiny.
But you know, now here's the thing, right? I've got to say, it looks great, doesn't it? It really does. But you've also got to remember...
It feels really different.
It does. But you've got to remember as well, folks, you've got to forgive the iron a bit as well. It's me doing it. So. No, I'm good at ironing. But you can see that difference there. It looks so,
the difference is
so much better.
Great in comparison.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Word.
But this is what we're saying. Those natural folds in it, those creases, you never get rid of them with linen because that's not what they're supposed to do. But clearly, you would be happy going out in these. You would be embarrassed going out in these, quite frankly.
Well, you couldn't go out in those, could you? That looks like you've slept in them for about 3 weeks.
It does.
Whereas this, you're ironed. It makes such a difference. Things look dirty when they're creased. They look clean when they're ironed. And whether that's school uniforms, I know you've got a few weeks off, but whether that's shirts for work, sometimes you can be ironing for hours. Remember, this has been proven that you can actually halve your ironing time.
So you've got to check your baskets out and confirm your orders. 318498 is your item number if you want to go for our Pulte steam generator iron. Remember, it's a rapid 2-minute heat up. It's got a 1.5 litre detachable water tank, 6.5 bar pressure, and eco mode on there as well. It's got a self-cleaning system in there that removes the lime scale, so it flushes any lime scale from inside the iron. It's £79 for all these features.
It's our lowest price steam generator that we have here on ShopOnTV. I think that I've ever seen, actually, at £79. Split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3, just £27.98. And honestly, this is a bit like a cordless vacuum. Once you've used a steam generator, you'll never go back to a regular iron. The fact that it locks on as well, so when you're putting it into cupboards, if you want to put it into a higher cupboard, the iron isn't going to fall off. It's been designed so beautifully. But honestly, something that normally is a chore like ironing, all of a sudden isn't such hard work, is it?
It makes it a pleasure, it really does. And the price should be £139. If you go to Pulte directly right now, you will pay £139 for this same iron. We've got the price down to £79, and then it comes down to £27.98 on PayPal.
A regular iron, you would be spending £79. Honestly, this is great value at £139.
It is.
But with us tonight, £79 is your price, and you split that cost with PayPal, so making it so affordable to have what I think is one of the best ways to iron. And of course, Pulte, the very first to bring out a steam generator for an iron that you can use at home. They wanted to bring you that professional sort of knowledge into items that you could use in your own home to get that professional finish.
It's a Pulte special that we've got for you. And Pulte started in 1978, massive in Italy, huge here in the UK now, a real brand leader. And something else that we always have massive shows with are steam cleaners. But this is so much more than a steam cleaner. It's an upright floor steam cleaner, but it's also a handheld steam cleaner as well. 13 accessories included. This is ready to clean in 15 seconds.
I mean, that is incredible. You're using no chemicals, and it will actually kill up to 99.9% of germs and bacteria around your home, whether that's on the floors, whether that's the kitchen sink, around the toilets, because you turn it into the handheld as well. But remember, this is allowing you to get a deep down clean just using the power of water. If you've got pets, they might have had a little accident on the floor that you don't even know is there, and then your little one's crawling on the floor, dropping their dummy, putting it in their mouth. But with steam, you know you've deep down cleaned. I love the fact that it's got a brush on. And actually, when they trialled this in a big consumer trial, they said this was the best steam cleaner they'd ever tested.
And you can even use it, as you can see there, on carpets and rugs if you want to revitalise. It's got the deo dispenser, so if you want to add a real natural fragrance there, the fragrances are available for you in lavender or pine. They're just at the bottom of the screen, and they're natural fragrances, not artificial. This is how you use it as a handheld. It comes with 13 accessories included, so you can clean things like your barbecues, get into the tile grouting. You've got a window squeegee in there, things like taps and hobs and ovens.
Oh, on a hob, which gets so greasy, nothing cleans a hob, does it? You know, the hob top. This does. The extractor fan's filthy. This will clean it. Honestly, it is absolutely phenomenal. So whether you're cleaning, whether it's sealed floors, whether it's on the carpet glider and your carpets and your rugs, whether it's walls or bathroom tiles, whether it's extractor hoods, whether it's upholstery that you're sanitising and deodorising, remember it's killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. I know lots of us, I still sing happy birthday twice when I wash my hands. We're quite conscious of germs. So this is a great way to know you've done that deep down clean, killing 99.9% of germs and bacteria just with water. So saving on your pocket, because you're not going down that expensive cleaning aisle, saving on the environment, because you're not putting chemicals back into the table, and also saving on you, because chemicals make my eyes stream, make my hands go funny. I sing happy birthday twice. Is that why you're laughing?
Yeah, I'm laughing. As long as I've known you, I've never heard you say that before. I was going to say, I was singing happy birthday twice. I was going, next, you know the way your brain thinks. I went, when it's Sean's birthday, and I was going, how would that fit in? And he went, when I'm washing my hands, and I went, oh, okay.
There you go.
But then I did do it. Then I went to my happy birthday to you.
That was the rule.
Your steam cleaner, $34.65 on your first of 3 payments. If you want to spread the cost with PayPal, less than £100.
We couldn't believe when we had a steam cleaner under £100. Absolutely phenomenal.
And we couldn't believe the price on this machine, because normally for the vacuum on its own without the accessories it's £249, whether you go for green or blue. Ours are under different item numbers, but it's the same machine, and you're going to get another £59 worth of accessories that we're going to include for you. So if you want the blue option, 152220. If you want the green option, at 466014 is your item number. Alan, this is an upright handheld, a reach vacuum, all in one, isn't it?
So we can do the floor as it is right now. We can clip this off here. We can have a reach vacuum. We've got lots of tools to show you in just a second. What I said, tools, accessories, and then we can make this handheld. It is cyclonic, 21.9 volts of power with this one, and of course HEPA filtration. HEPA is the buzzword. If you're buying a vacuum, you must have HEPA, because it stops and holds the smallest amounts of dust, dirt and everything. Actually, it can hang on to bacteria and viruses too. We can stop those and hold those in a lot of cases
put it in the search engine about allergies and HEPA filtration. That's really important.
And of course, we are now getting into the, more and more into the allergy season. So, it's great. The more of the pollens and stuff you can stop, the better. So let's just show you this in action. So on these white tiles, which we cleaned earlier with, of course, the steam cleaner, I have put, you can probably smell it, I put down pepper. So just watch this fine ground pepper. As I stop here and draw back,
that's
just look at that.
That's
and
really
that's
good.
what I love to show to people. As I go forward, stop and come back that clean line. Now that really shows you how efficient this is. Even when I come to the bigger bits, which I put down, which are lentils, it picks them up as well. Listen to them. And then when I come down to the herbs, again, lighter things, but still, you can see the incredible job.
That's great, because some vacuums would spit the lentils back out. They don't like those big awkward bits. And some vacuums wouldn't pick the little bits up, so the floor wouldn't be barefoot clean. I love this because it likes the little bits, it likes the big bits. It's barefoot clean, whether it's hard floors or whether it's carpets.
Absolutely. Now, people will say, oh yeah, but Alan, you're doing all the demonstrations in the full power, because it comes on in standard power, okay? But you can't turn it down. So have a listen to this. Power down.
Okay.
Now, will we still pick everything up on the lower power? Well, you can clearly hear that we are still picking everything up, even on the lower power. Now, you might say to yourself, but then Alan, why would we use the full power on this? But remember, the battery on this is incredible. So when you use it on the standard power, you are going to be much more efficient. You'll probably be able to do your rooms a bit quicker and stuff like that.
Right.
The lower power, really, you could use that, you know, certainly if you're using some of the accessories or something like that, you could use it because it's even more concentrated at the end. But look, it's up to you. You can figure it out. I turn it on, I just use it.
To be
above.
fair,
I think for cat hair, dog
Yeah.
hair, and my hair,
Yes,
the
the
high
hair.
power is just brilliant.
Or things
And
like
then
car
every-
mats,
Yeah.
when you've got real embedded dirt.
exactly.
It's
And
brilliant.
then in other areas, the low power is just ideal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you're seeing that it still picks up even with that. Now let's come straight over to carpet here, because again, there's no changing heads. Sometimes you will, you know, vacuum manufacturers say, oh, we give you two heads. We give you, you know, kind of a softer one, and then we give you the bristled one. And that's good. And I'm not putting that down in any way, shape or form. Please don't think I am. But what it does do is it means you have to think, when should I change it? So what the guys here at Pulte have done is they said, well, actually, let's make one that does all. So
Great.
they're the right, you know, kind of, you know, strength and still softness as
And
well.
you've got no faffing
You've
around.
got- yeah,
have
you just go
Changing
from thing to
heads
thing,
and
yeah.
things.
Making
So-
it takes more time, doesn't it,
It
if you're
does, yeah.
changing heads
Yeah.
and things.
I think one of the hardest things I have here is some pet bedding, so the hamster bedding, that kind of really fine stuff that you can
Right.
see just here, because this is, it's always rough on the edges and it gets caught up and it holds on and gets stuck in your carpet. Well, again, let's just go over that and see how efficient this is at doing that. So again, we'll go that far
Brilliant.
and then we'll come back. And you can see how cleanly, I missed a little bit there, it's taken that up. Let's move across now to rice. Again, rice, some heavier bits and pieces
Yep.
on that. But just to show you again, you can hear
Oh,
it
you can
actually
hear it pick
lifting
it up,
the
absolutely.
rice up. And again, a little bit of that there, you can see how clean that carpet is. Now what I've got then is I love to use in these demonstrations porridge oats, because when you use them, what you have is you've got those bigger pieces of the oats, but then you've got that finer powder as well. And we've got exactly that just here. So again, let's see the result of this, shall we? So again, I'll go down, I will stop, and then I will draw back, and you can clearly see the beautiful line. So I'm just going to clean half of this carpet.
It's very
Now-
good, and you've got to remember that this is cordless cleaning, because
yeah.
I think you'd be watching those and thinking, oh, it must be plugged in.
Yeah.
to the
We're
wall,
so
that
used
power.
to cordless technology now, but at home you might still have a corded vac.
Yeah.
Honestly, the pickup on this is phenomenal. When my mum first got this, she was like, it picks up so much better. My corded vac couldn't have worked. She's like, I can't believe how much this picks up. And we threw out the corded vac the next day, and my mum throws nothing
Yeah,
away.
nothing.
But she just couldn't believe the pickup on this. And you'll be exactly the same, whether it's fine bits, whether it's the larger bits. And with carpets, because it's got that powered brush head, it doesn't matter which carpet.
No.
So thick pile,
Yeah.
it still picks up every last
It's
bit.
being that, and the way it's designed, I'll show you this as well, it curls around, so as it goes around, it's catching the carpet and it's lifting it, and then it's running across the whole carpet, so it's pulling everything into the centre to be able to pick it up with that
And do
suction.
you know, I think the other reason this is so good now is because we all have multiple different surfaces in our home, don't we? We used to all just have full
Yeah.
carpet throughout.
There's
didn't we?
tiles, there's wooden floors,
Yeah.
you've got rugs, you've got some carpeted area,
Yeah.
you've got the stairs to do, and as the handheld, doing the stairs is so easy,
It's
isn't
brilliant. It is brilliant. Even using this head, and again, when we get down in a little bit, I'll show you the stairs
Yeah.
with the smaller one. But also, of course, you can use this bigger one if you wanted to vacuum things like your mattresses and stuff like that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can do that. Now, salt is really difficult.
Very fine.
Yes, there are some vacuum cleaners that I wouldn't put salt on the floor because they wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay, but this one I certainly can. So again, let's just show you as we move forward on that, and I stop. Again, I always love to stop and draw back. You can see just how clean that is just there. Now, let me just pick up the bits in the back here, which, because I didn't come back far enough to pick those. And again, just leave the top half. And actually, you can see the way the carpet has changed colours where
Yeah.
I went across in different
It's
ways.
lifted
It
the
looks
pile
clean,
again,
doesn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
It does. Now, I didn't go right to the edges there, even though this will go edge to edge, because I want to show you one of the accessories. Sean, would you be kind enough to get me that little thin...
one?
And you
yeah,
have got
please.
so many accessories with this. Remember,
Loads.
regularly you'll get the crevice
Yeah.
and the dusting brush and the pile parking station, but you've got £59 worth
Of extras
with the small powered brush head, the extra HEPA filter, and the up top tool.
Up top
we
tool,
love.
which I'll show you, which is great. So again, have a look at this here. This is called the Slim, because if you notice the aluminium bar just here, which is very strong but makes it lightweight as well, is nice and slim just here. Because if you are using this and you want to get in between the likes of your white goods, you have a gap between the surfaces in or the,
It's usually like the fridge freezer and the
Yes,
kitchen
and the
units,
kitchen.
and you can see there's some peas or something,
Yeah.
and you can't get to them. I've never seen any other vacuum with with that really
nice hole
slim
shape,
yeah, you
hole.
can get right in the corner.
Great as well to get on top of your washing machine.
Yeah.
I've never
Between
been
the
so
units.
embarrassed when the man came to service the washing machine and he pulled it out. It was so dirty on top.
yeah.
But now I can just vacuum. I was
just
like
get in
that,
there.
so ashamed.
Yeah. Me.
But with that now, you can vacuum
do
the
that.
top while it's in under the unit.
Right
It's
in there.
brilliant.
And again, just to show you, to get into corners, look, you can see the little bits that are left up along here. But as we get this into the corner here, we can see that we're picking everything up. So just to demonstrate, we can get right into corners like that and leave everything crystal clear, everything clean as a whistle.
And that can ruin your carpets if you don't get into this area, especially if
Yeah,
you've got cream
you get a
carpet.
real build-up,
Because you get a
yeah.
real horrible build-up of like, well, it ends up
It's
being
dust,
black.
really. It goes
doesn't
blacker on the
Yeah.
edges.
So get in there and do that, because a lot of times now this vacuum will go edge to edge as well, but sometimes, where the wheel is, you just can't get right everything into that corner. So sometimes you will pick this up and you will use that in the corner of the carpets, but do it regularly. Don't let things build up, but now remember as well, because we have this on the end of this, just here, we can get, like, pretend this is our skirting board.
Yeah.
We can do the tops of our skirting boards, and we can do that without bending down or doing anything like that. But now also we can bring this up and we can get up into corners, we can get onto the, if you've got little kind of, what are they called, the little fancy things in the corners?
The alcoves.
Alcove or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's something like that.
Alcaraz or something. No, he's a tennis player, isn't he? He just wanted to
Alcatraz, no, not that either.
Alcaraz.
That's great for the spiders and the cobwebs.
Exactly, cobwebs in the
Even
corner
if you're
and
little,
stuff.
you can reach.
And because it's
with your
lightweight,
feet firmly on the ground.
it's light, isn't it? So you
May I
don't
ask you
have
to
to
hold
Thank
worry
you so
about
much.
about
you.
What a
lifting it
beautiful
up high.
gift
I
you've
know.
given me.
Sean, can I ask you as well to...
something else
well,
there?
actually, no, let me give you that for a second. Actually, it's very good. You see, you knew what I should be doing next. There you go. Sean says to me,
Teamwork.
Sean always says to me, Alan, if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. All right, Sean, isn't it? No, he doesn't really. He's the loveliest man on the planet. But, so if I put this on here, we now have, because some people think, well, I don't want to do my skirting boards or my alcatraz. Well, yeah.
That was it, I think.
Alcatraz.
It's something like that.
Yeah, because I want to Architrave, not Alcatraz,
I'll
Architrave.
do, carry on.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about.
Does anybody have them anymore?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
If you do, you can do it.
Yeah, well, I don't know, do I? But now what we can do is we can use that up high, because we know that we have that nice and soft.
brush on it.
So we're just brushing the cobwebs and the dust that might be stuck up there, and the same down at the bottom as well. But of course, remember what we can do is we did say that we can do this handheld as well. Thank you so much indeed. Says to me, Benny. You know how hard it is for me. Not getting down to put something on, but getting back up is
Never
the
get
killer.
up again, no.
Never get back up. So now we can put this into handheld. So in the morning time, when the kids do breakfast and there's breakfast cereal all over the place, or you make some toast
It's
and there's
under
toast
the
dust
toaster.
everywhere.
Always bits
Yeah.
under the toaster.
Around the bread
Or
bin.
you move the
Around the bread
toaster
bin.
and it's everywhere.
Yeah. Or where I've been sitting and I'm eating stuff and it falls down everywhere.
on the
and
sofa
place
when
is
you've
destroyed.
had snacks.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You know, and you're watching and go, you eat it. And then you get up and there's the shape of where you were sitting down and it's all down the side and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, we can do this because we've got the handheld, and remember, that suction is still there even in handheld, or when it's in its full length mode. You're still getting that cyclonic power, 29.6 volts of power in the lithium-ion battery.
And that's nice and soft, so on your coffee tables and things, if you've got glass coffee
dusting,
tables,
yeah,
it's
it's
brilliant for
brilliant for
dusting,
you.
yeah.
So now what we're going to do
What
is
do we
we'll do
need now?
let's
Are
go
we
back
going
there,
over
'cause,
here?
yeah, we're going back over here because we
We're
did
going
use
this way.
Sam, our floor manager, is brilliant.
We are
feel
getting
like we
busier
should
and
do a funny
busier
walk.
across
It's called
all
TV walk.
the different colours. So whether you want the green or the
We're like the Beatles
blue.
crossing the road.
Yeah, have you got the two choices of colour, and the blue is the busiest
Way
and lowest
in
in
the
stock,
lead.
so do be really quick. A third of the entire stock. We didn't think we'd have stock updates tonight because we had a vast amount of stock, but well done if you've got it. Do check your baskets through. If you want the green, it's a slightly different item number, but the same bundle with
Yeah,
the
we're
accessories.
including all those accessories, almost £60 worth of accessories, whether it's the blue or the green. 466014 is your green option. If you want the blue, 152220 is the blue. You'll get all those extras included with each colour.
And if you look elsewhere, go to Polity themselves, it doesn't come with all the extra accessories. Normally, you'd get the vacuum on its own with the crevice tool and the dusting brush in the parking station. There. £249. So we've got another £59 worth of accessories. So that then goes up to, well, just under £310.
Yeah.
So honestly, exceptional value for money. You're actually saving more than you're spending tonight.
Against the usual prices, yeah.
So,
Alan, what are we seeing? Those accessories now?
Yeah, so the accessories that we get is one of the HEPA filters. This one is filthy because this is one that I swapped out a few minutes ago to show you. We would wash this, let it dry, use the other HEPA filter. HEPA filters can be expensive. They could easily on their own be 20 quid, if not more.
Yeah.
Genuinely, they can be. You also get the stair tool or the pet tool or the cleaning your car tool. But this has got a motor built in as well. So this in itself, with an electric motor in, you think of the value of that, and that's brilliant.
And that for cat hair, dog hair, the pet bed, on your mattress, taking
car
that
mats,
the car mats.
That's the one I always take out.
They're really awkward car mats, and that's the only thing
really
that will
coarse,
pick up the real dirt.
But as awesome as they are, none of them come as close to how cool the up-top tool is. I'm sure there's a different name for it. Is it called the up-top tool?
Well, Bev calls it the wonky donkey.
The wonky donkey, yeah, I prefer that. So this here is great because it actually moves, so it's got movement in it. Now you might think, well, what would you do with this? Well, just think about this for a minute, okay? If you have awkward to reach areas, or you have high up bookshelf or something like that, and you want to get onto, now, okay, so I'm cheating a bit here because this is, you imagine this shelf was up here and you were trying to reach it. Now you can adjust that and you can now do the top of your wardrobe, or you can do that high up bookshelf or whatever it might be, the kitchen unit.
You'll be amazed if you have an empty vacuum and you do that on your kitchen cabinets.
You'll be embarrassed.
How
dirty it can be.
Be prepared for it. But what we can now also do, I won't turn the vacuum on because I'm talking to everybody, but we can now do that in bigger sweeps of this across, of course, getting more of it done. But then, of course, we can, as I said, make that turn like that. And now I'm getting on top of that bookcase. I'm getting on top of, you know, the shelves, whatever it might be. But the great thing about it as well, what really helps is if we look at it, the suction has two holes just here. Okay. So it's not just a big open thing here, which would lessen the suction. What they've done is they've made those two holes smaller, increasing the suction. And therefore capturing everything back into the vacuum, into the canister, and of course into the HEPA filter, and it's taken more into that. So that is great.
Do you know what that's really good for as well? If you tilt it that way, for doing, you know, the big fans you can have in the middle of your room, to actually get the dust and cobwebs off.
Even light fittings underneath the light fittings. Because you're not going, well, you can go on top, but you can go underneath, and it's the same suction power, whatever angle it's at.
Absolutely, yeah, it is. And you'll see inside here that you've got this little kind of this little tube here, which bends, and you can see it moves.
A flexi hose.
Yeah, flexi hose. So that
Polity, I would say, one of the best companies you can buy from personally. We've got so many Polity items that we've had for years, and they're still as good as new. They last so well, and their customer service is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, you pick up the phone to them, and again, in the booklet you get, it has all of the details as well about how you contact them.
And they are based in Manchester here in the UK, aren't they? So the service is brilliant. We always talk about a silver service covered under the 2-year warranty, and then if there's any problems beyond that, they'll still cover everything. You'll just have to pay for the service after the 2 years. If you want to go for the vacuum, green or blue are your options.
Blue is the busiest, so if you want to go for that blue, you do need to check your baskets out. It's a brilliant vacuum, but with all the extras, you've got phenomenal value for money. Remember, you have got one vacuum that will adapt to do every bit of cleaning around your home, whether that's taking it out of the car, down to the summer house, whether it's carpets, thick pile, thin pile. It's got a powered brush head, so it never slows down on those thicker pile carpets. It's one vacuum that likes the big bits and the little bits. It loves dirt. It picks every bit of dirt up.
It goes for every floor surface, whether you're using it as an upper upright, as you can see, a reach vacuum, getting nice and high. Use the dusting brush on all your different surfaces. 466014 is the green that you're seeing in these demonstrations on screen right now, and you will get almost £60 worth of accessories included. If you want the blue one, loads of you have gone for blue tonight. 152220 is your item number for the Forza Spira Slim in blue. It's just a really versatile vacuum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I just want to show you a little feature as well on this that a lot of times people don't think about. So when you want to, because you know, ultimately you will find, no matter what, you will get some hairs, or you want to clean inside here, because when you look just here, you can have this glass, and because there's dirt flying on, this might get a bit dirty and you want to clean that. Or if you do get a few stray hairs caught around the brush bar, sometimes you would have to get a screwdriver and unscrew things to be able to access it, or get a coin and twist it. But if we look just here, there's a little button on the side just here, and all I need to do is to push that, and that pops out. So now I can take that out, and you'll see that there are some of the hairs just around this, which is normal, and you get that. But just there's a little groove along here, so you can get your scissors and put what the inside, and just clip as you go and take those out really easily. And now we can access in here that glass just there, so you can see, as I've been using this, the dirt is picked up on it, but now you can see the clean line. So just get a cloth and give that a clean again every week or so. But remember to maintain your vacuum. It's really important, because it's like anything, you know, it has to be cleaned, it has to be maintained.
It's a bit like servicing your car.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if it's something you use regularly, you need to look after, don't you? You need to, with your car, check your oil and check your bits and pieces. With a vacuum, it is cleaning your HEPA filter, and you know, checking the brush, you know, looking after it, which makes such a difference.
Because if you don't do that, you know, it will, the air can't come through, and it will affect the performance. And so many people have said to me, oh, I got that vacuum, it's brilliant at the first. And Derek, my friend, actually, I got him a vacuum a couple of years ago. Yeah, brilliant at the first, and it was a bit useless. And I went to his house and I said, okay, give us a look at it. So I took out the filter and I went, look at that. And he went, what's that? And I went, it's the filter. So I tapped it out and I washed it, put it back in, and he went, oh yeah, that's really good again.
Like new again.
Yeah. So do make sure you clean. That's why, again, and Paul, you know the importance of that, and that's why to give you 2 of those HEPA filters. So use them. I'm going to finish off all of these floors now, just to show you and talk you through everything. So again, I'm just going to do these really quickly now, just to go through them. You can see what we have here. We have the lentils, we have the black pepper, we have the herbs as well. So again, as we pop through, you'll see picking everything up as we go through. Again, remember stopping and coming back, the clean lines that it actually leaves as we come through. And again, we can go straight down to carpets as well. We don't have to worry about it. Come straight over. Again, excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. Probably use the pepper.
Vacuuming up.
He's getting on my nose as well.
The other thing to say is it's not really noisy either. So if you want to vacuum in the daytime, it's a really quiet vacuum, I think, compared to some machines. Sound like an airplane taking off, don't they?
Some do, to be fair, yeah. Now again, have a look at this. This is rice again, and I'm coming over to the pet bedding as well to pick that up. And we know that can get caught up in a trap. And again, job done. Look at that, beautiful, clean carpet. Now over on this part here, which is like a laminate flooring, again, I've got lots and lots of the pepper on this. Now this time I want to show you how easy it is to maneuver, because when we twist our wrist, you can see the head turning. So now I can turn, and I can twist, and I can get around corners, and you can see as I do that, just how perfectly.
So you're going around furniture, you're going under furniture. Means you're not having to move all and everything. And you can vacuum so quickly and so easily. That might be sort of crumbs under the kitchen table. You're about to go out to work, drop the kids off at school, you know, if they're still at school at the minute, and rather than come back to that mess, you'll think, well, I'll just vacuum it up quickly. Because it's so quick and easy to pick that vacuum up. You have a cleaner home because you vacuum regularly.
It's grab and go cleaning, really. The other thing I love about it is the profile. Even if you go really low with it, the head doesn't lift.
The head stays down. In fact, I was meant to show you that down there, actually. Can I show you that really quickly?
Can we see
that just down there? Yeah.
We're off that way again, Paul. Come with us.
Walk this way.
We'll do
as I go,
comedy TV walk. Look at this.
I'm also going to vacuum the little bits that, the stray bits that I threw everywhere. You see, we have to do people. You walk funny. Yeah, well, you do because you're kind of walking in a slow pace.
TV walking.
Yeah, it's TV walking. So again, you can see a little bit of dust underneath just here that I popped down.
Oh, right. Yeah,
again,
right under
so
the cabinet.
if I want to get underneath that cabinet, it's very easy for me to do. To get underneath there, all the way through, all that dust is gone. Now look at that art, the way it moves. So now I can get in and around the awkward areas, even when I'm nice and flat with that. And again, the job is done. So
and
that's
the light shows you what's underneath there as well. It shows you the dirt.
I love the light as well, just for like behind the door and things. And sometimes if you've got a corridor where there's not a great deal of light in there, and you'll vacuum, and then all of a sudden the light will come through the front door. You know, the sunshine. You're like, oh, I've left loads of bits. The lights, you can really see where the dirt is. Pick every last bit up. It's great with the tiny bits. It leaves the floor completely bare, foot clean, but it's great with the big bits as well, which a lot of vacuums will spit out or blow around the kitchen.
Yeah, and one floor surface to another as well, whether it's tiled surfaces, laminates, carpets, rugs, it doesn't matter. You can go from one surface to another with the Pulte and you don't have to change anything. Then when you're doing things like your stairs, you've got all the accessories you need as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to see the stairs?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Don't forget, it's got to a 50-minute run time as well.
Power brush head.
One actual full charge, up to 50-minute run time, which is brilliant.
The other one.
Our original vacuum, which was hundreds of pounds, I think it was about £350, our original cordless vacuum, it ran out of charge in 8 minutes and you had to charge it up again. You were always charging it. The fact this has got 50-minute run time, my mum uses this and she'll use it for a good few days and then she'll plug it in and charge it. It's amazing how long it lasts.
Yeah, and because it's a lithium-ion battery, you don't have to worry about if you use 10% of it or use it for 5 minutes. You can still plug it in and top it back up again.
You can keep topping up whenever you want.
Great.
Brilliant.
Now this little tool here, I'll just take this off. They all click into place. You can see in this little square area just here, it has a motor built in. So it's using some of the power from the machine, from the battery, to turn this motor, which in turn turns the brush head just here. So again, think about going out to your car with this. Think about, you know, going to your stairs and stuff. Now we've got the world's smallest stairs. It's for the Lilliputians, but we can still use it. So if we come down here to the very bottom one, you can see that the really fine dirt there. But again, it does it with absolute ease.
Great.
Pop up to the next step. Again, it does it with absolute ease. Up to the very top. Again, picking everything up with ease. Now it's not just if the foot of the stairs, you can turn it to the side with the riser as well. And look at how crystal clean that is now. And that's all thanks to the Pulte Versaspirit Slim. It really is. And I always say, and you know me by now, that, you know, we could be, you know, if I was standing here talking about a machine that's, you know, £500, I would tell you the virtues of it and why it's worth that. And I always say why this is such great value. It's great value because, number one, it is from a brand that we know really well.
Definitely.
1978, it's been around since. 21.9 volts of lithium-ion power. It's got that cyclonic action. It's got that HEPA filtration. It's got 2 speeds. It's easy to empty. By the way, I haven't shown you how to empty this yet. Let me do it just on this floor here, because what we do is we take this over to our bin, and all we do is we push the little button just here on the machine. Now you do this over the bin. Of course, you wouldn't just do this on the floor like I'm doing. No. Press it, it opens.
Wow, look how much it's picked up.
And just give it a tap as well. Make sure that that all just falls out. And then you can pop that back in. If we want to take this off completely, we can. So now we can clean the bin.
I love the fact you can clean it. I often do this, especially if you've got cat litter and things that you're vacuuming up, things you want to, you know, you want to wash it afterwards. You can clean all of that out.
Yeah.
And then that was a clean filter.
Not so much.
And look at the tiniest bits it hangs on to.
So there you go. That gives you an idea. So you can clean that there as well. But we all know that we can take the filter out. And again, just tapping that down. Look at the dust that comes off of that. So that's what's holding in there.
So that was the really fine, like the pepper and bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That could be pollen. Look at why HEPA filtration is so important,
really important
if you suffer with allergies. Just search, is HEPA filtration good? And the fact you've got that in this vacuum, it is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And up to 50 minutes run time on one charge. You've just got to choose which colourway you want to go for. It's an upright, it's a handheld, it's a reach. The green is 466014. all those accessories worth £60 are included. £59, sorry, is the price you would normally pay. But the blue has been in the lead throughout the show. The green is now catching up. But if you want the blue, 152220 down to £149 for everything that you see there. £308 worth of value, and if you want to use PayPal, £51.98.
You're actually saving more than you're spending with this bundle. We love this bundle, so grab it while it is available. We often do the vacuum just on its own, like you can get from Pulte at £249, but you have got all of those accessories, which makes it the best bundle that we do, and I think that's why we are so busy. Of course, split that cost, but get it home and just see how powerful this is. It's
Are you going to
amazing.
clean that up, Alan?
Yeah, I am.
I hope
look
so.
at the stuff there that
what's that?
we picked up. Look at this
My
plastic and
word,
stuff like
there's
that.
all sorts in there.
Just to show you again the power now, just watch this suction lifting up the dirt in front as I go through. Look at that lovely clean line. But again, look at how quickly I'll be able to do this, and it's just taking up everything. I'm not going to do it too quickly because clearly, you know, it has to get that through the filtration system or up through the tube. But look at that, just drawing everything in.
What did we drop the other day? I can't remember. Went everywhere.
Was
I
it
can't
we?
think what it was. Or was it you? I think it was you.
probably
Didn't something
me.
fall out the cupboard?
Oh, I know what it was.
What was it?
Them scented bead
It was,
things.
wasn't it?
Those scented beads you put in the washing.
For the laundry, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we vacuumed it up with a clean vacuum and we put them back into the box.
Yeah.
We didn't waste
We
them,
didn't waste
but we
them, no.
vacuumed them up because it was so much quicker.
Ah,
Yeah.
So you use them again.
Yeah.
You're just going to use for the little stray bits, and just going to use the brush head to pick those up. But that was a lot of dirt, and now all of that dirt is gone.
It
Fabulous.
is, thanks to the power of Pulte. Now,
And
do
3
check your
levels of
baskets out.
filtration.
Yes, and that's important, isn't it, with that fine filtration. Loads of you have got these in baskets right now. Do confirm your orders and check those
We've actually
baskets
got as
out.
many people ordering right now as we've already sold. We're finishing the show again tonight, really busy. Well, we're not finishing, we've got another 40 minutes. But
Yes.
it seems to be this last hour, we seem to get super busy. So do pop it in your basket and check your basket through.
Now, we are going to be back in just a moment with another Pulte product. We previewed it right at the top, that Pulte steam mop for you. But we've got to remind you, not only here on ITV1 and STV, you can always see the shows on Freeview 89.
ShopOnTV also broadcasts every day from midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89, with an even wider range of must-have products at market-beating prices. So, check your electronic program guide for the latest show schedule and tune in daily to grab the offers while they're still available. There's more to see with ShopOnTV.
Do you have questions about a product before you purchase? Or just want to be part of the show? You can reach the ShopOnTV studio at any time during our live broadcasts by emailing studio@shopontv.co.uk. We look forward to hearing from you at ShopOnTV.
At ShopOnTV, our goal is to provide you with the best shopping experience possible. Our team of shopping experts is dedicated to sourcing the latest, greatest and most desirable products at the lowest prices available, delivering them to you quickly and conveniently and ensuring your complete satisfaction. We're passionate about maintaining the highest standards of quality and service every step of the way from design to dispatch. You'll find us on ITV1 and STV from midnight to 3 a.m, Freeview Channel 89 from midnight to 6 p.m, and on YouTube at ShopOnTV Live. Our daily broadcasts are your TV window into the global marketplace, presenting you with a collection of carefully curated must-have items, demonstrated by our on-air team with honesty, integrity and trust. Plus, there's even more in our online store at shopontv.co.uk. So when it's time to shop, shop on TV. There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. ShopOnTV broadcasts across the nation every day from midnight to 3 a.m. on ITV1 and STV and midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89. Away from your television, we've got you covered. The live broadcasts are also streamed on our website at shopontv.co.uk and on our YouTube channel at ShopOnTV Live, where you can catch up on anything you've missed. So, why not make it your daily ritual to tune in and check out the latest and greatest on offer? Outstanding quality, incredible value and superb savings with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days. Though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Well, it is a Polty night tonight, massively busy. It's great to have your company. Remember, you can, of course, watch us on Freeview from midnight until 6 p.m. But do watch us every night from around about midnight till 3 a.m. on ITV1 and STV. And tonight is all about Polty. We've had an amazing vacuum.
Yes.
We're going to go into a bit more detail with our steam cleaner as well. But our steam generator has been flying. And I'm not surprised. The price of this is incredible.
It's a brilliant iron.
It's our iron.
It is our iron.
We own this iron.
So it's a steam generator, and what that means is you're not having the weight of the water in the actual iron. So the weight of the iron itself is nice and lightweight when you're working on it. You've got a really nice ceramic plate on here.
And it's a cooler plate to a regular iron. A regular iron, that plate can be 2,000, 3,000 watts, which is actually the temperature of a electric fire. So this is a cooler plate, but it's that power of steam that knocks the creases out. And that cooler plate means you're not melting your favourite blouses, your best trousers.
That's what makes a huge difference to when you're actually ironing. Now, when you're moving the iron around, it's got a locking system on there.
That's really
so
good.
it locks onto the base. The cord storage underneath, so it all stores inside there for you. And then when you want to iron, you just release it from the base itself. A really easy filling system. It's not pressurised, so you just pull the tank out from the front there. You can take it to the tap, or you can fill it with a jug.
And you can refill it any time. So if you iron for a living,
you never run out.
No, you can just keep on ironing until you've finished ironing. It heats up so super quickly. A couple of minutes and you are ready to go, which is brilliant. And it's because the power of steam is so good, you don't always need to iron on an ironing board. You can virtually iron on your hanger as well.
I'm going to show you that in a second. It's got an anti-calc cleaning system, so it tells you when it needs to be cleaned, and literally you just fill it up and then flush any lime scale through. It's got an eco function on there, and it's even got an empty indicator on there as well. So everything is really straightforward. Your power button, you can see, is illuminated in the blue there. If you press and hold that down, it clicks across to eco. This lights up, and you use less power and less water, but no alteration in performance. Now, it should be £139, and do you know what? For a steam generator, that's a really good price, isn't it?
It's an amazing price, and at £79, it is the lowest price steam generator that we do, but my goodness, it will knock socks off any of the actual irons you've used, I think, in the past. It's really powerful. The actual creases of your clothes will virtually drop out with the power of steam without spoiling anything. Because some things now can be so detailed, different materials, you're worried about, you know, melting bits and pieces of your favourite clothes. No longer.
Now, ironing this on a board would be a nightmare, because you'd probably put more creases in
because it's got all this
already.
Sort of gathered detail.
So what we would say with something like the Polty, do your vertical ironing, and what it's going to do is pass that steam through onto the material and not put more creases in, just take them out that you can see there. Whether you're using it on the board for your denims, things such as that, it's going to be brilliant on denims. Stubborn materials like denim, linen, delicate materials like chiffons and silks. Once again, over the top, and it is the power of the steam that does all the work for you. So just make sure, as I say, it's also got an auto shut off. When you go over the top, it's not the actual pressure that you're putting down, it's the power of the steam that's doing the job for you. So
and it makes a job that can be a chore, really pleasurable.
Yeah.
Because it gives you such a great finish. And clothes that are creased look dirty. When they're ironed, they look clean. It is absolutely...
So well ironed, I can't get it apart to show you the crease.
So you can get that perfect crease down, a nice sharp line, whether that's down your trousers, whether that's down the shirt of your jacket. Honestly, absolutely phenomenal. Now, you're loving this, you're loving the price, you're loving the fact that it's got 6.5 bars of pressure. For £79, amazing value for money. And those bars of pressure are not only going to allow you to knock the creases out, it'll also sanitise and deodorise. So that underarm area, perhaps when you've worn a jacket once, or perhaps it's an aftershave smell that's on your jacket and you're going to wear another aftershave
every next
night.
When I've worn a jacket, the next day when I come in, I have to refresh it with the steam iron, because it doesn't just iron, it refreshes.
And the only other way to do that would be to take it to the dry cleaners, which can cost a fortune. A lot of times things aren't dirty, they just need a nice press and they just need that refresh as well. What have you got now?
Again, this is another material that's similar to a linen that you're looking at here.
Well, this is nice.
It's really nice, actually. We've actually got Leslie, our producer's ironing here this evening.
She's going on a holiday, so she thought she'd bring it in. We're going to put it straight in the suitcase.
But once again, you go right over the top, and it is that cushion of steam. Remember, with a steam generator like this from Pulte, you're not ironing with the temperature. It's all about that cushion of steam.
Yeah, you've actually got a cooler sole plate. So if you've ever ruined an item of clothing, have you ever put an iron down on one of your favourite outfits and it's melted instantly? Or have you looked at the bottom of your iron and thought, well, it's dirty, and you're wiping it on the side of the ironing board? That's not dirt. That's a bit of your favourite pair of trousers, you know, that have got that shine now, or you can see the pocket on the outside. Or that's your favourite jumper, you know, there was V-neck, but now you see the V-neck on the back of the jumper. This allows you to iron the clothes with the power of steam without ruining your clothes. Honestly, it is absolutely phenomenal. And if you've never used a steam generator before, you will be blown away how it really does knock those creases out. For me, I love it for very sort of detailed outfits. So if you've got some nice sequins or some beading and things which you wouldn't dare go near it with an iron, you'll just actually use the power of steam.
Now, if you want to go for this, 318498 is your item number. It's down to £79. It should be £139. You've also got PayPal Pay in 3 payments, so £27.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. You've got an iron that we love, that we will rave about because we've got it at home. Save energy with the eco function as well. You'll get less power consumption and less water consumption as well.
Now, when we bought ours was not £79. You have got such a deal with that. I would say that's the lowest price steam generator, definitely the lowest price steam generator that we have here at ShopOnTV, but I think that we've ever sold personally.
Definitely.
Amazing value for money, and hand on heart, it is our steam generator. When you can buy something at such a good price, but we didn't get it at the price you've got. We're talking our price was nearer £139, £79. It will be the best £79 you've spent, I think, because it makes ironing so easy. But something else that makes life easy is a steam cleaner.
We're back to steam, but not in an iron, a steam cleaner. And to bring you a Pulte steam cleaner for less than £100 is brilliant. When we first did the show on this particular one, it flew out of the door. Well, and the reason being the price, but the performance.
We couldn't believe the price, but also when we looked into sort of the knowledge of this sort of system, and when you see it in action, this honestly, when it went to customers' sort of trials, they said it was the best steam cleaner that they had seen. They couldn't believe. The consumer trials said it was the best steam cleaner they had tested. It comes with 13 accessories. You can use it as a handheld, you can use it as an upright. It comes as well with a carpet actual sort of plate that allows you to do carpets and rugs and things. So it allows you to use this on all sealed floors, parquet tiles, marble. Carpet glider allows you to use it on your carpets and your rugs. It's great on walls and bathroom tiles. The extractor hood that can get so greasy and never clean, this will clean it with the power of steam. And what steam does, Polty steam, because it holds at the right temperature, it will kill 99.9% of germs and bacteria on contact without using any chemicals. So saving on your pocket, because you're not actually having to buy all those cleaning products, you're just using water. Saving on the environment, because you're not putting those horrible chemicals and bleaches and things back into the water table, but also saving on the fact that you have got a product that's going to allow you to get a deep down clean without sort of upsetting you. I know for me that chemicals make my hands go funny, my eyes run, whereas this is just it's water but turned into a powerful steam.
It certainly is, and all these accessories are included, as you can see here. 13 accessories in total included in the price for you. So 284,368 is the item number. £139 is a brilliant price. It's down to £99. And you don't even have to pay that today. The other thing to mention is it's not this purple colour. You've got this gorgeous aqua colourway that we'll show you here in the studio, and all your accessories, as I say, included in the price. All your microfiber cloths are machine washable. It's got an anti-calc filter there. It's got a scrubbing brush on the back for any stubborn dirt. And for me, it's ready to use in 15 seconds. 15 seconds. You can't even get your water from the tap hot in 15 seconds, can you? But you've got the still running
water at steam temperature that is going to kill 99.9% of germs and bacteria around your home. Lightweight, great to use, of course, on all your hard floors and, of course, on your carpets, because you have got your carpet glider. But then you've got all these accessories. So you can use this now around the whole of your home, around the toilet, around the bathroom, around the sinks, around the bath, all the kitchen work surface areas. Because if you've done chicken 1 minute, like raw chicken, I always worry about cleaning a chopping board.
Yeah.
And you can't put a wooden chopping board into the dishwasher.
Don't want to use bleach.
No, because then you're going to do a sandwich or some fruit on there. Whereas what you'll know you can do with this is clean that chopping board deep down clean.
Yeah, it is deep down clean. No chemicals required. Not having to spend all that money up and down the cleaning aisle, because you're using the power of water and steam, and it holds the steam, so it gets rid of bacteria and germs and viruses. And it's from Polty. It's so much included for your price. Feature-wise, you've got the dual function, as we said. It's a steam mop that will also convert to a handheld cleaner in a matter of moments. You've got the Vapor Force brush, which means you can get right into the corners. 15-second heat up time, integrated filter, and that filter means it's going to reduce on the spoil of the boiler, because it's got lime scale filter included. You've also got a Fresco vapor dispenser, so if you want to add a nice natural fragrance, they're available on the show for you also. Just at the bottom of the screen, you can have pine or you can have lavender to choose from, and they're all natural fragrances, nothing artificial.
Quite nice that, because steam hasn't got a smell as such. It's just a bit like a fresh day after the rain's fallen. Whereas if you want that nice smell that you like sometimes with the sprays and things, this will give you that nice but natural smell.
It certainly will. This is everything that's included. So you get your mop, you get 3 floor cloths, all machine washable. Just don't use any fabric softener when you wash them. You get your carpet glider attachment, your small and large round nylon brushes. They are both round. You've also got a round brush with a brass bristle, so great for things like barbecues, a grouting tool, a steam concentrator nozzle, steam lance, window cleaning tool, and all all those sockets and the flexible steam
For
hose
grouting,
included.
it's so good,
Less
isn't it?
than £100.
Yeah. Shower
for
doors,
Polty.
you know, they get that horrible white build-up. All the awkward areas in the shower, they get that horrible blackness where the soap sort of
Yes.
got stuck
Mould
in all
and
the
scum
nooks
build
and
up, yeah.
crannies. Honestly, you will get into every area with all of these accessories. These, like we say, brilliant to wash and reuse time and time and time again. But under £100 is one of the lowest prices we have a steam mop for. But remember, not just a steam mop, it is a handheld. So you're cleaning all the washable surface areas around
All
your
hard
home.
surfaces,
So
yeah.
that's all around your kitchen, all the work surfaces, the hob, the oven. Brilliant for defrosting the freezer.
Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant for
It
cleaning
really
the
speeds
fridge
it up.
because you don't want to use bleaches and things in the fridge. But great as well to clean all of your floors, plus the fact it has got the carpet glider, so you can use it on carpets and rugs as well. Goes down low, so you can go under the bed, under the sofas. It's so well designed. And when it went to trials, in consumer trials, they said it was the best steam cleaner they had tested. Honestly, phenomenal value for money, and steams in just 15 seconds.
15 seconds, upright or handheld, remember, and all these accessories
Oh, that's
are
good
included.
because that's sanitising and deodorising. So,
Yeah.
like dog smells, cat
Or
smells.
dog sits on the sofa.
Yeah, or
Brilliant.
food smells if you've got sort of an open plan area, and sometimes it holds in your furniture, doesn't it, in your curtains and things. Great for mirrors because it gets rid of, there's no smears, but it gets rid of everything like hairspray.
Yeah.
Nothing takes hairspray off a mirror, but steam does.
Power of steam, and remember, it holds the temperature, and all those nooks and crannies that you don't want to touch, you've got the accessories for that as well, remember. So 284368 is the item number. You've got to also add in that Fresco Vapor that you can see just there. We'll tell you about that in just a second with Alan, because he's going to give us a summary on this wonderful steam mop.
And when you put the Fresco Vapor into this, you can elect to turn it on or off. In fact, there's a little foot thing here. You just turn it on or off with your foot.
Oh, so use it or don't
Use
right.
it, don't use it. But what Polly do also is they want you to keep your hands clean. So if you see here, you've got this little tab with a foot on it. So what you do is you don't put your hand down to take this off. And anyway, because there could be a little bit of steam, or it might be a little bit hot. So what we do is I'll just put this down and show you. So what we do is we put our foot on it like so, and we lift, and that just takes that off of that, and then you can put that into the wash. And again, if we just show you out the underneath of this, you're getting double the steam out of this. The amount of steam that it generates, and it just takes a little second just to do it, and then that steam will come out, and you can see, look at all of that steam coming through. That is the amount of steam you're cleaning with.
Wow.
Remember, 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. That's a lot of steam, folks, isn't it? And look at the power of being pushed through as well. So you really are getting.
You can really see the jets. Can you see it? I don't know if we can see them.
That's the thing I love with Polty, is it gets it to that right temperature, so of 120 degrees. So that steam is so powerful, but that steam doesn't convert back to water when you put it down onto the floors, because sometimes steam mops in the past leave your floors quite wet. Whereas this is like a dry steam, so your actual floors dry really quickly.
Even your sealed wooden floors, you'll be able to use that on. A great price, £99 if you want to go for that. 284368. Check everything out on the website. You'll see the full Polty range there, whether it's the Polty Steam Mop, the Polty Steam Iron. We are going to go back to our vacuum next. The Polty Fuzz of Spirit. It's been the most popular on the show, so if you want to go for that, check it out, check your basket out quickly, especially if you're going for the vacuum. Available in blue or green, the Polty Forza Spirit that we've got for you. There's a full range of Polty, and check out all the other brands as well that we have available. Over 700,000 products that we have on the show, including 300,000 books. So do check out all those brands. You'll see everything on the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk. But we are going to get back to the vacuum with Polty and show you what kind of mess you can clean up with this machine. Blue or green are your options. It's a great lightweight machine. But it's completely cordless, isn't it?
It is. Honestly, it's got a run time of about 50 minutes on full charge, which is incredible. The pickup, whether it's fine bits or big bits, whether it's cat hairs or dog hairs, whether it's the kitchen floor or the carpets and the rugs, or whether you're taking it out to the car as a handheld or using it as a reach vacuum to do the cobwebs in the corner of the room, this is the vacuum that does it all.
Yeah, and one of the things I said, maintaining your vacuum and keeping it clean is ultra important. And this just shows you how many components, 3 of these main components we can take it into. So we would tap out this thing. In fact, let me come and show you that. If I can just do that just here. So what you would do is every week or so is tap out the HEPA filter just there.
And that's like the really fine bits. That's a HEPA filter, which do your own research why it's so good if you've got allergies to have HEPA filtration.
Yeah, and then once you tap that out, then once it gets really, really filtered dirty, you can give that a wash under lukewarm water. Then also the interior bits like this, you can just rub them with a cloth as well, just to clean them up and make sure that they're nice and clean. So everything is just super easy to use, super easy to reassemble, and super easy to get back into action again with it. And he says that as he's trying to do it live on television. But keeping everything nice and clean is the main thing, and that's what you need to do.
And that's the whole point. It'll all go so you can wash it, including your second HEPA filter that we're including.
Yeah, because the bundle that you've got, you have got the extra accessory kit. If you're looking elsewhere, you'll get the vacuum itself. This will come with 3 other attachments. An extra HEPA filter, so you can be washing one and still using one. An up-top tool, which we'll show you as well, and a small powered brush head. But honestly, you have got such incredible value for money for what I think personally is the best vacuum that we sell.
It certainly is. Now, you've got 2 different item numbers depending which colour you want to go for. If you want to go for the blue, that's the main details on the screen, 152220. If you want it in the green option that you're seeing in this little clip, 466014 is your item number. Remember, if you buy the Polti Fuzz Spira at Polti directly right now, it's £249 just for the vacuum, no accessories included.
Well, most places you'll shop will only give you the vacuum itself. It comes with the crevice tool and the dusting brush, but I mean, it's still great at £249, but our deal is so much less than that, well, £100 less than that, and we've given you nearly £60 worth of extra product. So you're actually saving more than you're spending today.
Against that combined price, and £51.98 if you split it through into PayPal payments.
Now, we've got lots of people with this in your baskets. Remember, it's not yours till you check your basket through. The blue is really, really busy. It will be one of the best things you buy. And honestly, a cordless vacuum cleaner will be the best thing you buy. You'll never go back to corded, but buying Polti is buying, I think, the best.
Well, 1978, I was a mere lad of 6 years old when Polti came to the fore. And it was a family in the Polti family, and they really proud of what they achieved. And they're
still a family business.
Still a family business to this very day, which is great. Again, you know, what is that, 1970? Anyway, I'm 52, so 46 years. It's a long time, isn't it? It really is. Now, talking about time, we are coming obviously to the end, so I'm going to, if it's okay with you guys, show you a few more demonstrations really quickly. So again, I've just dumped everything out. I've shown you how to clean it and how to look after things. So this is every week, you know, your bin should be nice and clean, the filter should have been cleaned and stuff like that as well. So just spend that little bit of time looking after it like you would anything else in your house. So remember, 21.9 volts of power in this. So 21.9 volts of lithium ion battery, and that's what gives us these results. Look at how clean that is, where I've just been over with that. Now that's heavier pieces of the rice, and then also what we have is we have the smaller bits and the lighter bits of the salt that's been put down here as well. And again, it picks that up easily, leaving you with a lovely clean carpet. It leaves nothing behind, giving you the gorgeous carpet almost with those lines in it. Even though this is quite a short pile carpet, it's still giving us that beautiful look. Yeah, you can.
You can create the lines like you do in your lawn, actually, when you mow the lawn. You can do that same look on the carpet. It looks so clean when you can see the vacuum lines, doesn't it?
Now again, I'm just going to show you that we have got that power. There's two speeds on this, and it's just this button here. So it's one button to turn it on. This is for your power, and this is the release button for the handle, so you can get in to clean the inside of that.
And the lights there, they indicate the battery,
the battery power, exactly. So let me show you those actually, because I forgot to tell you about those tonight. So you can see it has 3 lights. This has now 2 left to say that we've about 2/3 of the battery life left. So it gives you a good, clear indication.
You know where you're at.
Up to 55 minutes of run time. But even on that lower power, you can still see, and that's where you'd use this perhaps, is the lower power on stuff like your hard floors.
And it's so quiet as well.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah. So if you are an early bird, when I go home, you know, tonight, I'll be getting into be home about 4:30, 4:45. If I took a I wouldn't take an idea to vacuum. But if I did, I could use that lower power.
I was vacuuming like really late the other night because I'd had a really busy day. I wanted the house clean. Oh, you're awful. I wanted the house clean before you came back.
You did, and it looked lovely.
You just moved that, so I was
vacuuming like it was about 1:45 to midnight.
The house was like been
and we are attached to another house.
We are.
But they wouldn't hear me.
No,
with my,
because it's
my
so quiet, isn't
vacuum.
it?
You quite vacuum.
Brilliant. You did a lovely job. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Let's just. There you go. Let's start making up. So if we now have a look at this, now this is a lot of dirt here. So again, you know, forgive if I go slowly on this to pick all of this up, but we can see how much dirt is actually here. This is pretty much everything we've been picking up tonight. But just to show you that again, if we come along to this, now we'll push it forward because you know, it's a lot of dirt just there. But again, you can see how easily
look at that,
it's
when you
picking
get over
that
the
up.
top of it.
Yeah.
So again, you're not going to have this much dirt in your you know, your house, I'm sure. But again, just look at that as I just wiggle, and I'm only wiggling it because it's such a big high kind of thing of dirt. Get that up there, and again, all of the dirt that was there, it's been picked up. But I mean, I really did give it a difficult job to do there, but still it has managed to pick everything up.
So that bin will be quite full. Yeah, it is still picking up.
Well, let's have
and
a
that's a
look at how
cyclonic
full it is.
action,
Yeah.
isn't it? It keeps spinning it and it keeps picking it up.
Spinning and pushing it down, and that's how much dirt we just picked up there really quickly on that. And it was all sorts. That's everything we did tonight. So the pet bedding, it's the you know, the
you had pepper, you had herbs, you had rice, you had lentils.
Yeah.
Well, all different sizes. The thing I love about this vacuum, some vacuums are quite good with the tiny bits. So those little bits it'll pick up. But when you get to a big bit, it'll spit it out, and you're going after that bit forever. Or when it's cat hairs or dog hairs or my hair, it won't pick you like that, and it won't pick it up, and you're on your hands and knees with sellotape trying to get it out of the carpet. But then some vacuums don't like the little bits, pick up the big bits, but then when you take your shoes off, it's not barefoot clean. You can feel the little bits. This vacuum picks up both.
Yeah,
whatever the dirt is, it just loves dirt.
I think it really, okay, so it's full price. I think it's great value for that. It is a great vacuum for that. But I think at the price that we have it tonight, especially with that accessory kit, and it's not an accessory kit of something that you're not going to use. You will use that up top tool. You will absolutely use the extra filter, and you guaranteed will use that extra little power brush head that we have, because you will use it on the stairs. You will use it in the car. You will use it around the place. So everything you have, you will use. But I think at the price we have it tonight with that, I think it is not great value. I genuinely think it's extraordinary value. And again, the build quality, and sometimes we'd have a, you know, you would see a machine that might be 70, 80 quid, and it does the job, you know, fine, but you could tell by it that it's not in the same league as this.
It feels flimsy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
this feels like
great.
absolute quality. Comes with a 2-year guarantee. They've said it's a 2-in-1, it's a 3-in-1, it's a 4-in-1. It's a handheld, it's an upright, it's a reach vacuum to get the cobwebs in the corner of the room, to do the skirting boards. It's a handheld to take out to the car. You're not tripping over wires or unplugging and replugging, because that is a nightmare. If you've still got a corded vac, this will be the best thing you could buy. You'll never go back to a corded vac once you've used cordless. It's so easy.
Do you know, I'm going to say this as well. I think if someone is venturing in and they haven't quite got a stick vacuum like this just yet, and you are thinking of getting into the market for one, or maybe you bought something years and years ago that they were not nearly as good years ago as they are now, and you are thinking of changing it, I'm going to be honest with you, you can buy ones that are cheaper, you can buy ones much more expensive, but if you want something that is representing incredible value with the discount that we have on this tonight at that price, with that extra kit, I think this is a stunning place
Brilliant
to come in
deal.
and to change. Great time to change with this machine.
I always say if you are going to buy a cordless vacuum, always go for a big brand name. Pulte, like you said, they've been going for so many years, and honestly, hand on heart, the best products we have at home are Pulte,
without a
and
doubt.
we've had
And
them
really
for years.
last, don't they, like you say?
Always make sure you've got powered brush heads, otherwise it's not going to cope with your thick pile carpets and your different carpets and rugs, which of course this has. But honestly, always then look at the run time, up to 50 minutes, which is vast. A lot of vacuums out there can be just 15 minutes, or if you put them on, you know, the turbo, it's 8 minutes
Even
and you need to
less, yeah.
recharge it again.
And you know, genuinely up to 50 minutes if you have this, you know, around your house. It's generally about 15 minutes to go around the house. That's what they have, about 12 to 15 minutes. You know, the average sized house with something like this, because you're just so quick to go around.
Yeah.
And the power is in here that you don't have to labour over bits of dirt. You just run over and it does pick it up. So when you think about it, if you do forget to plug it in or put it back onto its, you know, its hanger, the wall hanger, and plug it back in again, you know, you're going to get 4 runs or 3 runs around the house at least before you have to recharge it. And I can't remember the exact charging time, but it is a quick charge. I think it's only 2 or 3,
4 hours for the full
4 hours for a
charge,
full
yeah.
charge. So when you get it, if you're going to do about 50% of the power, or even 25%, you know, 2-3 hours and it's filled again.
I think with a machine like this, whenever you use it, well, I just plug it back in when I've used it.
That's what we do.
And then
Then
it's always full. when
My
you get
mum
to
will
use
just
it.
use it and use it and use it, and then when she sees the colour, you know, the lines have gone down, she's like, oh, I'll plug it in now.
yeah.
And because of the
So
battery, you don't have to worry about.
Doesn't matter which way you do it, does
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't matter either
It's,
way.
do it whatever way, do it the best way that suits you guys at home, because after all, it's your vacuum. When you get it home, you're going to be using
And
it.
all
But
these extra accessories we've got will interchange, whether it's handheld, whether it's on the reach,
Yeah,
whether it's on
absolutely.
the
So-
upright, you can use them all. They all
even the
interchange.
up top tool, if you wanted to use that on this, you know, you just wanted to get closer up to the TV or on the top of a lower bookcase or something like that, or on the shelves, you can use that on that, or you can put them all at the end of that aluminium tube as well. So you can put them wherever you want. So let's just quickly show you, if I may, how you would work this and how easy it is to change, because sometimes people think, is it going to be a faff to turn it into
And
a
if you
reach?
struggle with your hands and things, which my mum does, you want something that's easy, and this is easy. And you even everything that you need to touch and change is sort of coloured.
Yeah.
So blue on the blue, green on the green.
Button here, button there, finger and thumb. And what I like about this, and this is the truth, sometimes you have one button to press, and sometimes when it comes apart you could let it fall, but I like this because when you grip that each side and you take this out, you automatically have a grip of it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
you've got to have it.
I got scared there. So as sure as eggs it'll fall now. Because it's live televisual. But there you go. So now what we can do is we can put any of the accessories, the 2 standard ones or the extra ones on. So now we can get up. How else would you get to the top of the wardrobe, top of the bookcase, top of the cupboards,
The kitchen cupboards.
Now we
You'll be amazed the amount of dirt that dust mainly that gathers on top of your kitchen cupboards. As soon as you start doing that and you move it around, it all falls.
We've just had the painter in our kitchen, and we're like, oh, we haven't done them for a while. You're like, oh my
She was
goodness.
like, I know.
They do. You get so much dust up there, but you'll do it. Yeah, because we regularly.
People think that, you know, dust is just something that you see on a surface, but it's in the air. Because even in the summertime, when you see that low sun come in, you can see that at winter sun, you can
all
see
those
the dust.
bits,
And it's not just in that line of light; it's everywhere. We're breathing that, and it is going everywhere. And it's in the air because it's airborne, and it is landing up on top of things. So we do need to do that. I actually cleaned the light shade in my bedroom the other day, and I was so ashamed of the dust that was on it.
Really? But you don't notice it. That's why all these tools are brilliant, and all these accessories are included in your price at $149. So many of you have got them in baskets right now. Do check your baskets through. Should be £308. It's down to $149. If you want blue, 152220. If you want green, 466014 is your item number in green.
It's lightweight, it's powerful, it's versatile, it's a handheld, it's an upright, it's a reach vacuum, it's got up to a 50-minute run time. It picks up the little bits, it'll leave your floors barefoot clean, but it picks up the big bits as well, the cat hairs, the dog hairs that a lot of vacuums will blow around and don't actually pick up. It'll work brilliantly as a handheld, take it out to the car, down to the summer house, use it in your caravan, but then use it as that reach vacuum to get the cobwebs in the corner of the room, to do the light fittings, but then you've got all the accessories, the up top tool to do the top of your wardrobes, and don't forget it's got a parking station.
Yeah, that's great.
Which could be in a utility room, could be in a cupboard. We've got our vacuum in a cupboard, and you could actually put it on the side of the cupboard and then just hang it in the cupboard, and it's not taking any floor space.
And the charger will fit through the back of there, so you can charge it whilst it's in the hanging station. It's really good.
I would say the best vacuum that we sell. I've got two favourite vacuums that we sell. Normally, this is the more expensive one.
Yeah.
The deal you've got today, it isn't. It's an amazing deal.
Absolutely brilliant deal. So 152220 in blue, and if you want the green option, 466014. Not only do we have a vacuum from Pulte, we've got a steam iron, but this steam cleaner is brilliant.
I love steam cleaner.
So versatile. Now, just to point out, you won't get the purple model. You'll get, it's like an aqua blue, the finish on the colour that you see there, but it's so much more than a 2-in-1 because it's an upright, it's a handheld. You use it in the kitchen, in the bathroom. It's ready to use in 15 seconds.
It is, which is super fast, and that temperature of steam then kills 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. If you've got a young puppy training, and perhaps they've had a little accident on the floor, you don't know they've had it, it's dried, but you drop a crisp and pick it up and eat it. Can you imagine? Or the kids are crawling on it and they drop their dummy and put it in their mouth, and there's germs on that floor. You know, when you're steam cleaning the floor, you are killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. All your hard floors, but then use the carpet glider for your rugs and your carpets, but then use it as the handheld to clean any washable surface area, so all the kitchen, all the bathroom.
And you can add a fragrance in there if you want to. We've got those fragrances at the bottom of the screen. As you're crossing the floor surfaces, you don't even have to worry about sealed wooden floors because it doesn't flood the floor. It stays as steam. 13 accessories included in total, so bathroom sinks, taps, showers, tiles, and then when you talk about things like barbecue racks, ovens, cookers, hob extractors, tile grouting, all of these areas clean with steam. No chemicals, no toxins left behind. And if you want to use PayPal, $34.65 on your first of 3 interest-free
I love it on mirrors as well. If you've got mirrors that get covered in hairspray and you can never get it off, steam honestly takes it off, but never leaves any smear marks on mirrors and windows. It's phenomenal. Do check your baskets out. Been massively busy on that. And remember, when this went to consumer trials, they said it was actually the best steam cleaner they had tested.
Brilliant.
And my mum owns this steam cleaner, the original one, which was the purple. You've got the new colour, and honestly absolutely swears by it. It's behind the kitchen door, and she'll grab it out and steam clean the floor
really easy
every weekend.
15 seconds to heat up.
So quick and easy. Brilliant.
And less than £100. We're going to finish the show with the iron that we've got out.
Well, again, with iron started years ago, there was just a sole plate that used to heat up. There was no steam. Then they found that steam actually works really well. But then, of course, when you use a normal steam iron, as soon as you do this, you get that much steam out, and most of it goes that way, and you're going, well, what good is that? It doesn't go towards where you need it to go. But it's a different kettle of fish when we talk about this, because look at the steam that comes out and how far. In fact, if I keep lifting it up, it's still going down to the very bottom. It pushes down through the clothes, and now we know that steam is what makes things better, not the heat of this. This is warm, but of course it's not as hot as a traditional one. And one of the things that I really hate is the way the bottom of a shirt, you can see, folds over and folds over. It's a real nightmare, and it keeps happening. But of course, when you have the power of the steam from this Pulte, and you're able to use that to push through, and you're getting right through that, what we get is we get a lovely, lovely flat ironed shirt. All of that has not just been pushed out with a bit of heat, that when the heat disappears out of it, it will curl up again. It has been pushed out with steam. Again, you can do things layer by layer. So as you're doing your towels or your you can just
go through all the
bedding and things, fold it and iron it. You can even iron it on the bed, actually.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's phenomenal value for money. You can actually halve your ironing time by using a steam generator, because you're not changing temperatures, you're not waiting for it to cool down or heat up.
And it's doing more layers at a time. It's a constant fill machine, so you don't have to worry about it being pressurised. It's a 1.5 litre tank. This heats up really quickly in 2 minutes. You can do vertical ironing. You can go from denim to silk, from chiffon to linen. It goes from one fabric to another. Powerful steam boosters you saw there that Alan showed us, and down to 79 £59. And it's got an eco mode where it uses less energy and less water.
Yeah, 25% less energy, 27% less water. It's 6.5 bars of pressure, which is amazing for £79. And I love the way it clicks. So if you want to put it into a cupboard and things, the iron isn't sort of loose. It locks onto the system, so easy then to put away. Super fast at heating up, ready to use in a couple of minutes. And I love it because it's so powerful that I can iron just on the hanger, which is so quick and easy.
Yeah. And that's what you can see with the steam that comes out for vertical ironing, because I do a pile of ironing, you do grab and go ironing.
Yeah. And I've ruined so many clothes with a too hot a sole plate. Remember, a cooler sole plate, so not melting your favourite outfit, not making trousers shiny, giving it a professional finish. But check your baskets out. This has gone crazily busy. Thank you so much.
It's been brilliant.
Thanks, Alan.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Alan. See you later.